the instant I start stream.
I told him he shouldn't have told me about it.
First thing they hear. Well, I've started the pre-roll ad killer ad break for now.
I regret nothing.
Good.
This one is for payday, for whenever Avon goes into a rage.
I wish we had a slightly quieter sound file. That one's significantly louder than all the others.
Yeah,
Wow, yeah.
it is.
If it was half that
But
loud,
it
it'd
is
be
still.
good.
But that is why people use that very sparingly.
Well, if we get it to half, we won't have to, because then we'll still be able to hear each other over it.
Well,
Hang
obviously,
on.
we're not doing that this second, which is why I say until then, we'll use it sparingly.
Yeah.
But for now,
Still got spooky mug. An intern's salary, what is that, half minimum wage?
I was thinking that as well. Like, it's a good thing he's not in America, or else that would be nothing.
Too bad minimum wage isn't.
When I was an intern, I didn't get paid at all.
Yeah, that should be illegal, by the way.
I mean,
it should be.
Yeah,
It is.
I mean, technically, it's part of the school
It
program, which
does not
you know how
matter. If you are performing professional labor in a professional environment, then you need to be paid.
Or labor at all, really.
The only way internships can be unpaid is if they are actually teaching you, like, the job. Like, if they are teaching you the same way a school would teach you. If they are just making you work, like get coffee, make copies of stuff, like be a secretary, that you need to be paid.
Oh no, that they're not making us do that. They're making us like actually. Well, we helped a lot. We learned a lot of stuff, like wiring and stuff. So I guess it counts.
Yeah. I just mean,
I mean,
like,
we do-
in America, that's
Yeah.
the law.
And-
It's just that a lot
Yeah.
of people don't know that, so
Yeah, the big thing is
people
minimum.
take advantage of it.
Yeah. Minimum wage needs to be minimum wage. You know that they have like the whole like, oh, you're a waitress? Well, we can pay you less than minimum wage because you get, you know, the tips. No, tips are not wages. Tips are completely reliant upon the general feel of customers at the moment. That is not wages. It was never meant to be wages. They just got away with calling it wages. Minimum wage should be minimum wage.
You know how tips got started in America?
I know it existed in other countries before, but go on.
It got started during the Great Depression. It was a way, like, restaurant owners were like, I can't pay you. And because before that, tips were seen as like un-American bribery. Because rich people would be like, hey, I'll give you $50 if you let me go to the front of the line and eat before all these whores.
Yeah.
And that people were like, no, that's un-American. You go fuck yourself. And
I
then
wish
during the
being
Great
called
Depression, it's like,
un-American would actually get you fucking ostracized again. That'd be nice.
and then during the Great Depression, it's like, oh, I'm sorry, the restaurant's not doing so well. I can't pay you this month. You should take that rich guy's bribe to sit down faster. And then it just never went away after the Great Depression.
Yep. And that's what I'm saying. Like, maybe tipping culture needs to tone down or die. Maybe we need to enforce proper wages for these jobs. Would be nice. You know, in the short term, there's very scary loss. It's like, oh, but then I wouldn't be able to make the wages easy. Yeah. But that minimum wage becoming minimum wage and employers being held responsible for the livelihoods of their employees, you know, based on the amount of labor they're getting off of them, that in itself would enrich our economy to the point that you wouldn't need it. You see, I'm all coffee and very tired right now, but my point stands of we can't let this bullshit keep going. We need to lay down some law. Because it's strangling us.
A lot of tips will counted as donation.
It would be nice if they were, because then they could not be A, taxed, and B, would not count as wages, so employers couldn't get away with that below minimum wage shit.
It seems like they are here.
The wildest thing about that is the fact that it's not mandatory for employers to meet minimum wage if your tips fall under that. Like, say it's a slow week or something like that.
It goes into like
it's not federally required, because like some states do have those laws, but a lot of them just don't.
That's a thing. We need a more strict and concrete set of federal laws, or to balkanize, because this in-between shit's getting to be a problem. And granted, balkanizing would be far worse, but I say let's just get it the fuck over with if we're not gonna, you know, come together and be the United States. How about unite or split up and kill each other and get it over with? Let's move, people. I want bodies or unity. Pick one.
Let's see if this is quieter. Much quieter.
Sort of, just a bit. It's good enough.
I literally lowered it by half.
Yeah. I don't know, maybe it's...
I can do it more.
Did it sound good to all of you?
It sounds good to me.
Then don't worry about it. Maybe something's up with my sound system.
Fair enough, I guess.
Yeah.
I think I have I think mine just might be because I have my audio all the way at 100%.
Yeah.
That might be why it's a bit loud for me. But well.
Oh yeah, it's been or no, it hasn't been a day yet. Never mind.
How about this one? Oh, I think you might like this one, Freaky.
Oh.
Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells.
No.
I like that one.
No. Ew.
Let me smash.
That's a classic.
Always a good one.
But yeah, I know about the Wizard Money Gang. It's just, ugh. I've told Payday about this. Just, I don't like gangster culture. I don't like mafia movies. I don't like crime dramas. I don't like any of that shit, because, like, why are we sensationalizing the dregs of our society that need to be exterminated? And that also goes for, like, you know, white collar crime? Like, where it's like, oh, I'm evading my taxes, sticking it to the man. No, you should be in prison. We need to pull all of you. The asshole dealing drugs on the street, and the jackass at a corporate desk extorting money from the government, both of you need to be put in prison. Now.
Money isn't the crime when it's taken from poor people.
Yes it is. Yes it is, and I want to see ravenous fucking mobs on anyone who does not catch shit for things they do. If the police isn't doing it, I want to see a fucking mob with a wooden stake lodged in the ground with that fucker's name on it. You better hope the police get you, or you will die slow over 3 days. Oh my god, words. Vlad the Impaler style.
So they get a restraining order on you, and then you get to go to prison for getting too close or some bullshit.
I'm talking about an angry mob, and if the police doesn't like it, they can kill 20% of the local population, because they're not going to go quietly. Because at this point, law's not working? Fine, barbarism. Let's go.
I feel like
Let's
we keep
turn
getting to this topic
Let's-
somehow every single time.
Eat the rich.
No, this isn't eat the rich, this is eat the corrupt. The rich have the right to exist, the corrupt don't.
But yes, so who remembers what happened last session?
Basically, we went to investigate, we located the cabin, it turns out the Dragonborn was already dead. We did discover that the water might be infested with something, but it might be the plant life spilling what's in that water into the air that's spreading it. Very concerning. Either we're very lucky and the plants are getting rid of it, or the plants are making it worse. Or technically getting rid of it, but in a very destructive way, and we may have to evacuate the area for a while. We have not exactly found the source of it, but we did find what we believe to be some sort of ooze or slime monster of rainbow-colored variety that may be the source of this. The water is oddly acidic, there is slime being left around that's heavily acidic, so we seem to be dealing with some sort of, like, incomplete potion ooze. Like, Mystery Food X has come to life.
Yeah.
That's basically what we
and-
got. We did find the deer, like the dead deer as well.
Yes. I was literally just about to say that. Yes. So, after that, I do believe you guys kept traveling.
I believe we were investigating the deer last time, like we stopped before we got a chance to.
Oh
Yes.
yeah, I left before that happened. There's a deer?
Yes, we followed the snail trail deeper into, like, the woods and foliage, because wasn't it there was one trail going off towards the water, and one going deeper into, like, the more wooded area? We followed-
You were following the trail from the water. There was like there was like signs of a struggle, and then one trail going off one direction, and then another trail continuing where it was going.
Right.
Yeah, the slime seems to have kept going wherever it was going, and like there was blood trail and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I think you guys found the deer, but I don't remember if you had actually done like any investigation checks or anything like that.
No, we, like, got to it, you described it, that was about it.
Yes. So yes, I will reiterate. I'll describe it again. Give me a second. Oops. God, I have to be careful about coughing, because if I do it too loud, I'm gonna wake up my roommate.
If you're sick, you're sick.
Nah, I still feel like an asshole though. But anyways, but yes, no. After following, you guys have followed a trail of what looks like blood and various sloughed off bits of some kind of animal going through the undergrowth of this lightly forested area. You will eventually come across a small outcropping of rocks, over which you will find the corpse of a deer. It appeared to have been trying to crawl over the rocks, but either physically couldn't, got stuck halfway through, but it is dead. You notice that one of its legs is rather rotten to the bone. Is not rotten to the bone, but eaten to the bone. And you'd actually notice that part of the bone is also devoured by something, most likely acid. It had it has various patches of skin and flesh missing, where you can see organs and bones and fat underneath the skin and fur. And you see that it is covered with blue dots. On what skin you can see of it.
The area's not eaten away by the blue. Berlin approaches to investigate, by the way. Not, covered in blue dots. The areas that are actually burnt or eaten at or whatever.
Yes.
Does it appear to be chemical burns?
Roll a alchemy tools check with intelligence.
Yes. 16.
16. Yes, they are acid burns, specifically. A very powerful acid burns.
Yeah, we may be in for a bounty. I'm sorry, that expression
You
won't
know-
make sense. We may be coming into a lot of acid soon.
Okay. Are these some new words that I'm not familiar with? The new slang?
That was...
And any idea? Oh, go ahead.
I translated an expression for my people, I'm sorry. The direct translation didn't work as
alright.
well as I thought it would. We are in for a bounty is a direct translation for a bit of a play on words. It usually would refer to, in archaic times, somebody's found a lot of fruit or plentiful game, but in the modern day it's used to refer to something bad. So we are in for a bounty might refer to a bounty of rotten food, or a clog in the sewage, or sturges.
Oh,
You said acid, right?
Yes.
How, do you know how powerful? Or,
Well, this is a deer. Deer tend to run if they are afraid. It's been eaten down to the bone, and in some areas the bone has been eaten through. I would think this is something on par with maybe oil vitriol. It could be a black pudding equivalent. Though it is just a deer, so it could just be equivalent to an ochre jelly, which would be... Well, either way, you don't want it touching you if you like your skin, no matter what it is.
just want to make sure how fucked I am if it ends up touching me, so thank you.
If it touches you, it's not going to be that bad. If it engulfs you, get out as quickly as you possibly can.
Oh yeah, that's
yes.
always usually been my motto if I get stuck in something like that.
The good news is... I don't remember the pH of blood off the top of my head. William,
We had a
Don't worry, Dexter. I'm pretty sure that's a good thing.
The pH of blood is between 7.3
Oh,
to
it's-
7.4.
I was asking if Berlin could roll for it because I didn't know if he knew off the top of his head either.
I mean, he is a blood mage, so
True.
I don't see why he wouldn't.
Yeah, true. Maybe he would have picked that up during his studies. Here's more in common with a druid than a sorcerer. Anyway, worst comes to worst.
I guess our killing hypothesis is that it's a sort of slime.
Oh yes, it's most certainly some form of ooze or acid-spewing creature that leaves a snail trail. Maybe a slug or a snail of some kind, or maybe an ooze. I'm referring to the quality of the acid when I point out ochre jellies and black puddings.
What the did my school ever taught us how to safely capture or subdue noob?
Roll a history or arcana check.
The good stuff I'm good at.
Yay!
Yippee! Okay, so I won't get advantage because it's not examining anything. Let's go. That'd be a 14.
Ooh. But yeah, honestly, it kind of depends on the type of ooze. Because some can eat. Because some can eat. Many can eat different things from others. Uh, for example, a gelatinous cube cannot eat through metal, but something like a gray ooze can. Most of them can't eat through glass. So many of them they are acidic, so adding a base to it would probably be enough to trap it, at least partially. The
There are any glass windows back at the house?
glass windows?
Hut? Or whatever it was, the hut? The
It's a lean-to, yeah.
No.
Yeah. Okay, so
There,
there's no glass windows, they're just like holes.
there were plenty of vials, but no windows, yeah.
Okay. I don't see anyone touch it, but there are no windows, so I can't really tell if they were broken or not. So, okay, that's fine.
Sadly, when I was formulating, well, we'll call it my spells, but that's not quite it. I didn't really work on how to create anything that can entrap other than a wall.
Unfortunately, yeah, depending on slime, depending on slime, it's gonna be hard to capture it. Don't really, it's not like I'm also was prepared for it. To capture those, so we just have to roll the dice, I guess.
Maybe you could polymorph it.
I could.
As a short-term solution.
It's just an hour, and it's just. Was it? Is it an hour? I forgot. Let me check.
Yeah, it's 1 hour.
Yep, 1 hour concentration. Yeah, it could work just for an hour, but then we still need a more permanent solution for it.
True, but it buys us an hour. And we know where it is in that case, at least.
Is it our goal to capture
Right.
it or destroy it?
If
I really
if it's something
thought
that's
Oh, go on.
if you're as someone from academic research, I would rather to do it. Although if it's an ooze that's more or less, I guess you could say, seen commonly out here, you could like a black ooze or something along those lines. I would much rather destroy it than capture it.
I mean, my running theory
But if
right
it's something that's of a unique creation, I would rather take it back.
My running theory right now is that this is something unique. Either the unfinished potions gained not sentience, well, animates, or some local ooze, maybe an ochre jelly, became so saturated with them that now it's become part of it.
Yes, that is what I'm afraid of.
If that's the case, I can create a wall of blood, but that wouldn't last very long. It would only really corral it in, so your polymorphing would be superior.
I'll give the polymorph a go, and I'll see to it on finding what's the best solution. Because, hold on a minute.
Anyway,
Creation. Where's the creation spell? Where is it? Where's my create? I've lost the spell.
oh, I I'm so
Where the
glad.
fuck is it?
It'll be an illusion spell, 4th level.
I have it in my spell list, but I've lost where it is.
What are you looking for?
Creation.
Creation. No, that's not it. It's a step. No. Ace
It's a
counterspell.
4th level
No.
spell, I believe.
Control. Fabricate. Fabricate. That's the one.
It's a 5th level spell, not 4th level spell, sorry. I thought you meant like the
No,
illusion
Fabricate's
spell.
a 4th level spell.
I know, but I thought he meant creation, the illusion spell of 5th level,
Oh.
which would actually be very
I
useful.
forgot the name of it, but yes, I wouldn't have taken it because it's an illusion. I'm more of a transmutation guy.
Yeah.
But yes,
It would have
so
been useful.
fabricate. Yeah, I would. But yeah, fabricate. How big is it? 5
Big.
foot? Yeah, 5 foot.
No, Fabricate's much bigger.
Oh, larger than medium. Okay.
Nope. More
Oh,
than that.
okay, large. Oh, large or small object. Okay. Large or cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that need to figure out what's a good material to make out of it, and then that's it.
Well,
Alright, I do have fabricate. So once it's done, I need to figure out essentially the best material to keep it in, and maybe something that's also can be movable.
I mean, that they weren't. Is there sand? This is a river. There's no sand, is there?
You've traveled for like 5 minutes away from the river.
Yeah.
10, 15 minutes. No, you traveled for like a couple
Wait.
hours.
Yeah, we're deep in the forest. We're nowhere near a beach.
Well,
Yeah. The deer is like on a bunch of rocks.
yeah. Problem is, what's the silicon content of these rocks? It depends on the rock, and we're near the mountains, aren't we?
It's
Yeah, so it's
there'd probably be granite of some kind.
Yeah, not very silicon rich. Or actually, wait a second, granite. Granite comes from it's metamorphic rock. Actually, it comes from yeah. It might have a good silicon content, actually. Oh yeah, 70 to 77% silicon. Yeah, we can make glass from that. If anything, it might be acid resistant on its own.
We load it up. What do I roll to see if I know that?
Oh, one moment. William's just now realizing that abyssal tieflings are a thing. Yes, William.
Yeah.
It also.
What do you think Damien was?
Yeah. It's basically any negatively aligned creature can make tieflings of a sort, quote unquote. That's what the term means. So like you can have ball spawn are technically tieflings. For instance.
There we go.
Yep. Tieflings are
Finishing timing
Jubilex,
that.
Sugmoy, Yinogu. That's a thing, and I actually do have Monument of Sin is supposed to be a tiefling of Jubilex. Even though it's a plasmoid. And to be fair, it's interesting. Technically, all gnolls are tieflings of Yunogu, because gnolls are actual hyenas that have been mutated by Yunogu's will. They actually burst out of hyenas if they become touched by Yunogu and overstuff themselves to death. So, yeah. And yes, there are touched by Maglubiet touched goblins, and yes, Gratz has a lot of tieflings. That fucker gets around.
Which is funny, because wasn't he a... Wait, no, I'm thinking of Drizzt. Never mind.
Yeah. Anyway. But yes, abyssal tieflings have always been a thing. Most tieflings, before the big Asmodeus racial god thing happened, were like born of succubi. Well, they were born of fiends, not succubi, but yeah. Anyway.
Let's see. I'll say roll a nature check. If you wish to, think. I'm trying to remember, the silica content of granite.
Watch Pierre, he's the one fabricating. Berlin heard him say creation spell. He's thinking about illusions right now.
He meant fabricate. Player just forgot.
Fair enough.
It's been like 3 to 2 weeks since I've used this spell. I have a short, long-term memory.
Granite can be melted and cooled to create glass. Neat.
Yeah.
Yes, so what do I roll to see if I know that? Because I don't have
Nature.
glass rolls tool. Nature. Nature. Oh, I do know it.
Yeah, you both know that granite is somewhat high in silica, so can be used to make glass.
Alright. Granite. Alright, you all keep looking for it. I'm gonna grab as much as I can.
I don't know why it's interesting to me, but it is the fact that glass seems to be the one constant that oozes can't go through. Some can go through metal, some can't. Some can eat stone, some can't.
Well,
some can't eat bones.
That actually goes into the nature of acid and enzyme versus chemical acid. For instance, oil vitriol, also sulfuric acid, that's a mineral acid, but then there's enzymes, which is basically cellular acid in a way. And then there's what's the other one? It's anions based out? No. Anyway, the way acid works is it leaches particles off of the material to bind it with whatever chemicals are in it. Sulfuric is a sulfur oxygen bond. Moving on. It's oxidizing. Rapid oxidation.
Yes, anyways.
Alright, so what, you're going to make a box to put it in? Perhaps we should find out how big this thing is first.
Yes, very likely out of granite, so I'm grabbing as much as I can for it now.
Well,
you two can go on ahead and see where the trail leads.
if anything,
It won't take long.
Maybe we should scout for, you're right, but I'm trying to think.
If it's an ooze, I know it shouldn't be that fast, and if it's anything like the ooze I know, it should. If it's hunting, it should have already placed itself somewhere stationary and just waiting for its next play.
Well, here's the thing. If it's an amoeba type ooze, similar to a plasmoid or a gelatinous cube, I should be able to affect it with my sanguimancy, as it does have cytoplasm. If it's not, and it's just a gestalt consciousness of single-celled organisms or whatever, we need to consider how we're going to capture it. There's also the fact that most oozes, if you take a chunk off, that chunk will itself be a living example of the ooze. So we may not even need that large of a container. We might be able to just scoop some up. Another thing to worry about is Awen. your weapons, do you have any that are... Does Berlin remember if magical weapons can be eaten at by acid? By, like, black puddings and things?
Roll a Arcana Arcana check.
23.
Usually no, but more powerful ones can.
This appears to be a magical ooze of some kind, or slug or snail spewing acid, I don't know which. Either way, it might be able to eat through magical weapons.
Well, that's not too bad. I do use my frost brand quite a bit, but I have non-magical weapons. She'll say, like, kind of going, nudging the edge of her mace that she also has on hand. That is not magical.
Alright, 2 things. 1, are you willing to lose that mace? 2, that is a bludgeon being used against a massive group.
I also have javelins.
A stabbing weapon against a massive group. The difficulty is...
Throwing weapon. I also have a short bow.
No weapons would be particularly good. Slashing would be the worst because most slimes actually multiply slashing weapons.
The thing is, we're kind of hoping for that because we want to catch one.
Also, short bow.
My concern is that do you want to damage your weapons? And are you okay with it if you're gonna go up against them, like face to face? Are you gonna be okay potentially sealing your skin?
Also, your shield. Does anyone have a shield? I remember having a
Nope.
shield.
She's a barbarian.
Barbarians can use shields.
She's a two-hander.
But that second part is a problem.
Yeah, no, she does not have a shield.
Oh, okay. Well, it might damage your clothing. It will certainly damage your weapons. The mace might be your best bet, given it will at least splatter it apart. Although using a slashing weapon might also be good if we want to separate a smaller piece to put in the box. Because his oozes are heavy. They're mostly water and other dense liquids. The box itself is going to be very heavy. It's made out of granite glass. We do have to move it around, and while I do have my massive hog, we don't really have much in the way of, you know, a harness with which to drag it or a good platform to put it on if we have a huge box.
She's nodding to what you're saying, because she is listening. But as you do that, she also takes out a little piece of paper and tries to write a quick note to herself and puts it back in her bag. And, if you were trying to look at it, she's not exactly hiding what she's writing. She's writing to herself. It just says, note to self. Get something that freezes stuff. Because this is like the 5th instance that her fucking frostbrand not actually freezing things has been inconvenient.
To be fair, the draw from the scabbard effect doesn't freeze. The actual additional cold damage does. It just doesn't expressly say it because 5th edition.
From what I've been understood is that when she pulls out the frostbrand, it can extinguish non-magical flames, which is what we did back when the city was back on fire. Yeah. She had just pulled out the frostbrand and boom, she extinguished those flames. Now I'm thinking about the multiple times where we've had liquid that would have been great to freeze, but it said extinguish flames, not necessarily freeze
what I'm
things.
What I'm pointing out is what you were trying to do is the draw the blade effect, to freeze the liquid in an area. What I'm saying is the sword itself does 1d6 cold damage in addition to its slashing damage. That cold damage has a freezing effect, but the problem is it's localized to the blade, so you'd just be making a giant popsicle.
Yeah, that's why, again, the note to self gets something that freezes stuff.
Oh, you want an AoE freeze.
Yeah, that's what she said. So that way she, like, if we encountered something like this again, look at that, I'm gonna freeze the gelatinous thing.
You do know 3 alchemists.
Yeah, that's, again, it was just a playful note to self. Get thing that freezes stuff.
This is me saying...
This is like the fifth instance I've run into something where that would have been really useful kind of moment.
Yeah. Well, I think that can be managed, hopefully. But, how do we want to do this? Do we want to try and separate off a piece? Do we want to make a big box and try and somehow force it into it? Do we want to, I don't even know, get over there and make the box in the moment?
She's also looking through her bag of shit to see if she can contribute anything to this. Like, scruddling, Dreadhelm. No. Scruddly. Immovable rod? Useful things, but not in this instant. Scruddling. Ring of water walking. I forgot I was wearing this thing. I can't walk on the freaking thing. Does it mean I can kick it?
You can walk
No.
on any liquid.
She just kind of like stops for a second.
Ooze Jesus.
Hey guys, I could kick it. Like half jokingly, half ha.
Berlin
Like, is there any cadence? Is there any cadence? Is this just a funny joke?
I mean, it is useful that your foot wouldn't get stuck if it is what I think it is.
We'll put that one on the back burner.
Yes, that would actually... The thing is, it's a ring of water walking, correct? As you're flashing a ring at us saying this. That would actually mean if it were to engulf you, you would actually be able to get leverage. Like, you would be able to paw your way out of it and then get a foot on top and stand your way up. That would actually be very useful.
Scruddling. Rope of climbing. Not sure if I don't think that'll be good. Scruddling.
For escaping.
We want to make a... What was it?
That would be good for escaping. The rope of climbing. Fling it out onto a tree, pull yourself loose.
I'm assuming that since you're saying stuff, you're like looking at her like over her shoulder into her bag because she's not stopping you either.
I thought it was literally she's rifling through her bag and then she like just is mumbling these items out as she goes.
She is.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she's doing.
I don't know, Pierre, any ideas?
I have a shovel.
Shovel could be useful. Go on.
You could scoop it out.
Let's see. I have 10 torches. Why do I have 10 torches?
Because you can't see in the dark.
Well, actually, I can see a little.
I'll ask you about
Well,
that
no,
later.
like, she says that she could see a little.
I know, and Berlin says I'll ask you about that later. You caught him off guard with that.
yeah.
Like, what do you fucking mean?
What do you mean you can fucking see in the dark? Let's see. I don't think my
Tell me
cooking
we're drinking
utensils
elf
will be
blood
good.
like those fucking whack jobs over the mountain.
Right, no, it's much more simpler. For a minute there, I thought you had potential in something. I
Well,
thought you were interesting.
that's the more of a joke of like snake oil salesman type legend. If you drink elf blood, it'll let you see in the dark.
Oh, like she got sucked to a scheme.
Yeah, but
Carrots. Hey, did you know carrots are good for your eyesight? Dabs carrots into eyeballs. You lied to me.
anyway, Pierre, any ideas?
Uh, okay, I mean, I don't really know the stats of an ooze, so let's see. Off the top of my head,
I mean, don't think about stats.
um,
Think about like what we've seen. You know, it's probably a blob, and it's very acidic. We have a general idea of its size from the snail trail it's leaving.
I have 2 soaps.
Ah, the Konosuba
my
soap.
main, I guess the way of doing it to, I guess, maybe burn it. We have a pet Johannes Cube at a classroom. He usually doesn't like fire.
I mean, if our goal is to destroy it, then yes. I could dilute
It's
it, Awen could smash it, you could burn it.
yes. If it's more of a more or less a regular ooze, then destroying it would be much more appreciated. If it's something unique, destroying it might be the best option, but taking a sample also it's gonna be needed. I need to take a sample.
Okay, so here's the plan. We make the glass box. We make one, I don't know, about this big. Berlin does like a 1 foot by 1 foot box. Make sure it actually has a fitted lid to the box that you can seal it in with. I guess we'll tie it down with ropes or something. We're going to need Miss Awen here to slice off a piece, or I could do it if you do not have a slashing weapon you're willing to, you know, risk the loss of.
Let me look. Why do I
I have
have
a
all these things?
I have a dagger that I usually use to cut my food.
Oh,
Would a dagger be I mean, depending on the
pulls out her
size.
battle axe. I forgot I had you.
Oh, that'll do it.
Yes, that seems a bit bigger than my dagger.
I mean, if it's
It's
this tall,
essentially just kicked.
Berlin
Well,
pulling out. Go ahead.
to be fair, I'd never really used these things ever since I got my Frostbrand. Has a 2-handed battle axe and a 1-handed battle axe.
Well, it's actually one weapon. It's a battle axe, which is a versatile weapon, so it has a 1d10
Oh,
to 1d6
sorry.
attack with 1 or 2 hands.
Right. My apologies.
Yes. Berlin just pulling out the small, very sharp knife. I mean, I could use this, but I don't think that would go well.
I don't believe any of us, apart from Miss Unox, can really go up to it and just take a slice.
And honestly, I don't mind. You've seen me do stuff like that all the time.
Don't worry, Awen. Any flesh that goes missing, I can replace. So don't be
That
afraid.
wasn't a worry until now, thanks.
I'm just saying, if it costs you your legs to win, don't worry about it.
Okay, you know what? New rule. You could say any of that stuff out here, but never say that stuff in front of my parents. I don't want them freaking out.
I mean,
I don't really get too detailed into what I do.
I'm just saying, like, you will never lose your legs. It's just a fact.
And I appreciate that, just not in front of my parents or my sister or anyone who's related to me and or in this village.
Oh, but that's so much less fun.
I got a better thing. If you lose any of your equipment or clothing, I can fix it for you. Does that sound nicer?
What? I'm less worried about the clothing and just trying not to panic my poor parents. Under her breath. If I'm lucky, Mom caught little sister earlier. She's already gonna have a headache.
Assuming
Because she underhandedly, oh, Ma, go that way.
threw your sister under the bus. But yeah, do you mean like with fabricate comical? Because mending does not work on burns.
Yeah, with fabricate, sure.
Yeah. That's just something, that's the way the spell works.
Yeah,
The
acid.
Yeah.
Yeah, the mending can't replace any missing material.
But that's why fabricate's good.
I have many uses of fabricates. I have one third level spell slot. I forgot why I have only one, but apparently I do. Good thing I can upcast it.
Well, fabricate's a 4th level spell, so.
Yeah.
But I meant 4th level. Shut up.
Alright, let's go. Let's go look for a slime. Are we making the box now or in a second?
We should probably have it ahead of
It takes
time,
10 minutes. It takes 10 minutes. Do you want me to do it when we're fighting it?
No.
Probably having it ahead of time would be good.
Please make me a
Yes.
lovely little box with which to put the goop in.
And I
Okay.
will sit down for a second.
Merlin like reaches into his bag and pulls out like a little hammer and chisel. Like, do you want to break off a piece, or can you just take it straight from the mass?
I'll just take a big enough piece. That should be fine.
Very good. Puts the hammer and chisel away.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna take the biggest piece I can find, like something that fits. And I can carry with both of my hands.
Okay. So
Then
you're going to make a box big enough to like you can like carry around like an aquarium.
Oh god.
yeah, it's like a mini aquarium.
Okay. Let's see. About
I cast fabulous whip kick.
That'd be your Kate. Where are the verbal components? Yeah, Kate.
let's see. What kind of size? Like if you see that, I just posted an Archon. Like what would you say is roughly the size?
I thought we
In
wanted like
gallons,
one
okay.
foot by 1 foot one, didn't we?
Yes, there should be something small to carryable.
Okay.
I don't think I can carry something that's what's that? 20? Is that 20 centimeters?
I believe it's 20 inches.
Here.
Oh, I don't. It's like that is over a foot, right?
Yes, that is almost 2 feet.
Let's put it this way.
Okay.
You know the brain slugs from Futurama, William?
Yes.
I presume we want one that size.
Okay. 20 inches is 51 centimeters.
Okay. That is kind of big. But
do
I
you just
think
want a? Do you just want a 1 foot by 1 foot by 1 foot?
I think let's cut that. Let's cut all the measurements by in half.
So 6 inches by 6 inches by 6 inches.
No, cut it by half from the 20 inch.
So 10 by 5 by 6.
Yeah, it should be good, right?
Okay.
Perfect crab cage.
So 25 by 12 by 15 centimeters. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's see. I don't know if you could. You can make a lid. You definitely can, but I don't know if you can make one that's necessarily flush or airtight or something like that.
We probably could. It would...
Without the
Oh,
proper artisan's tools.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not proficient in any of the tools needed here.
Would you happen to have borrowed knowledge?
No, I don't
Shit.
think we're even allowed that spell.
I thought Silvery Barbs was the only banned spell, because if borrowed knowledge is not allowed, I need to get that off Fortune spell list.
Borrowed knowledge is it is allowed. Yes.
Okay. Well, I didn't take it either way.
Yeah. Yes, like this one lets you do this.
I just remember a spell from the Strixhaven one is banned, but I forgot which one.
Silvery Barbs.
Which is from Fizzbands, yeah.
Yeah.
Because Silvery Barbs is a little wacky.
No, that's from Strixhaven, not Fizzband.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, then why do we
It's
even
from
consider it?
Strixhaven.
Strixhaven is about as canon as what is like Wildmount. Less so, in fact.
Anyways.
Yeah. I'll make fun of Strixhaven later. Alright.
Yeah, so I guess the best lid I can get is like there's like an open lid. There's like a swing open lid. That's the best I can get.
We could probably do like a decanter style stopper. Maybe.
Something like that, probably.
Yeah, maybe. Either way, I don't think it's gonna be as good of a quality to like airtight.
I have an idea. We'll make some granite powder.
Go on, I'm still in the middle of it.
No, this is an idea. This is something I can do. You don't need to use a spell for this. I'll powder some granite, and I'll mix a small amount of water in it, making a sort of mortar, and we can pack it into the cracks and then fire it. Not sure how we're going to fire it, though. Either way, make sure the glass is thick, so that it doesn't crack.
Okay. Interesting.
It's the way I would
Make
get
it
a
X.
seal and
Make it extra thick
stoneworking.
then.
Yeah. I mean, we don't have a glass worker, but Berlin's a mason, and that's how a mason would get a seal in this situation.
Actually, looking through my alchemist supplies, do I have any like lids in there that I can substitute?
Do you have any what that you can substitute?
So I have alchemist supplies. There's anything in there? I have like a bottle or jar that has like a lid I can like copy, like the lid. What was it called? I don't know what it's called. What's like those lines on where you put on the lid that makes it outside.
He's talking about a gasket is what you're referring to. He's talking about can he look over his alchemist supplies and see the ways that they do sealing, like sealed containers. Can he mimic that in the spell? And that's why I was talking about like a decanter
essentially
style stopper.
Essentially, copy the limb and then just use a lid from that to here. Instead of making, I'm just borrowing it from my supplies.
Oh, you wanted to put something from your alchemist supplies on top?
Just a lid from something in my alchemist supplies. If there's an item with a lid in it, like a jar.
It wouldn't be you mean like make something that copies it. like with the lid.
Yeah,
With your spell.
yeah,
Let's
yeah.
see.
Copy. We have to put on the lid and then just transfer the lid.
Let's see. 2 glass beakers, a metal frame to hold a beaker in place over an open flame, a glass stirring rod, a small mortar and pestle, a pouch of common alchemical ingredients including salt, powdered iron, and purified water.
Word of advice, don't pay attention to that detailed stuff. You couldn't do any chemistry or even alchemy with that at all. You could make aqueous silver. That's about it with that.
But yes. I would say that you could copy the general shape. Again, it wouldn't be like precise or flush because you don't have the tool proficiencies, but
Best I can do. So Flush isn't here.
Aha!
nope, it is Varlin who is here. Let's see. And yeah, he doesn't have fabricate.
Would anybody happen to have the ability to conjure a continuous flame at any time? Such
Not
as
conjure, but
Bas-
I have. Oh, go ahead.
basically, does anybody have anything along the lines of create bonfire or create flame? Hey! As you were saying,
Thanks.
How do you think I've been cooking?
you know, I didn't consider that you were using it for that. I mean, I have something that might help, but I don't think it would go well.
No.
I always
No,
have a
we are not
tinderbox
using
on
blood
hand.
to. We are not using blood to fight. We're not using blood to make a bonfire. Stop it.
No, I can do this. Berlin just like
He's
fire.
got firebolt.
Yeah, and just shoots a bolt of flame. I'm not trained as a proper spellcaster beyond cantrips, but I can do some weave manipulation.
Yeah, I think we should go with the bonfire option.
Yes, I also have this if you all like.
I don't think that
Yeah,
can produce enough heat.
I know, but it's for small.
Fair enough.
But they require you to do this stuff at the academy. The entrance exam was not friendly.
The idea is, if we have to fall back to my method, I'm going to make the mortar ahead of time, just in case. I'll need you to cast your bonfire spell, and basically we'll have to hold the lid shut while we put the mortar to the flame. The mortar will then... It's less of a mortar, more of a glaze, really. It's going to melt the silicon down and create a seal of solid glass as it cools. That's the hope,
Okay.
at least.
That's plan B. That's plan B then.
Yes. Also, it occurs to me I should not use water. Give me a moment. Do I have ethanol? Go on, guys. Whatever you're doing.
Avon's contemplating
Okay.
math in the corner.
I have...
In the corner, I mean, where she's sitting.
Yay! I have 200 GP of nondescript alchemical reagents. Is ethanol a part of that, Willie?
Is ethanol what?
A part. I have 200 GP of nondescript alchemical reagents. Is ethanol included in that? Because it's kind of up to you. It's nondescript, whatever Berlin thinks you would need. This is something I picked up like in the first session Berlin appeared.
That's fine.
Cool. About how much GP would that be? Worth of it is ethanol? What'd you say?
Let's see.
Basically, this was one of the ideas we had for how to do alchemy without having to do actual chemistry on the fly mid-game. Is GP amounts of nondescript reagents.
You have 200?
I have 200 GP worth, yeah. And ethanol is just grain alcohol.
Yeah.
This would be alchemical grade, though, so he would have to have distilled it, but he probably did that himself.
I would say... I mean, that's up to you, isn't it?
I don't know, I'm more just asking. Berlin's making, like, enough mortar to seal the glass box, so that would be, like, 1 baking cup of mortar, basically.
Yeah, that would be enough.
Yeah, but how much do I need to
I'd
mark
say that,
off?
yeah, we'll say 10 gold.
Okay. Got it. I just needed to know what to mark off of the resource, so I'm not doing this for free. So Berlin's not squatting down and shitting out mortar into a cup. From nowhere. Alright. I've taken some granite, I've powdered it, I have some ethanol, mix that in there. We have mortar that will not explode when we fire it. Let's go.
Joy.
Was it ethanol? Now I'm questioning myself. Go on, guys. Are we heading off in the other path to try and chase the slime now? Yes, no?
Yes,
I'm
after
assuming
making
yes.
the jar, after making the box and jar, yes, we are.
Yeah, I thought we were making the
Yeah.
box with the lid.
Yeah. Once that's made, he's saying, like, he's making the stuff.
Yeah.
We're going now, yes.
Yeah. A glass former, which would be that. A flux, which... Yeah, we have neutral chemicals in there, and a stabilizer.
Enviro body?
Yes.
Yes. Everyone is, I think, at this point.
Off
Into
the
secrets. Aha!
Hey.
Halloween!
Oh! It's just water, it's not ethanol.
What is this water?
Ceramic glaze. I thought it was ethanol. Wouldn't the water... Okay. Does Berlin know? Well, he would have to. He's got... Or no, ceramics... Is it glassworkers' tool to make ceramic or masons? Because, like, bricks is masonry, but...
Ceramic, a glass, or what?
It's sort of in between glass and stone. Like, you would need stone working, but also glass making to make ceramic.
Ceramics is a type of clay.
Yeah. But it's actually fired into a glass of sorts. Like, ceramic is a clay glass.
Hard, brittle, heat-resistant, and corrosion-resistant materials made by shaping and firing inorganic, non-metallic materials such as clay. Other common examples are earthenware, porcelain, and brick.
You know what? Let's reword it this way. Berlin has chemistry knowledge and mason tool knowledge. Is that enough to know clay firing and glaze production?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Let's put it this way. Freaky knows these two things and knows fuck all about making glass, but still knows how to make this. Okay, do we have our box? Did you cast the spell? Are we ready to go?
Yes.
Yep, I've done it a while ago.
Yes.
Then we're off.
Okay.
To see the blizzard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz.
Berlin holds up the bottle of
Boggle.
ethanol at Pierre. Pierre, would you
Yes.
like a swig? As
N-
Berlin is holding medical grade ethanol.
no?
Oh,
Think
come
I could.
on.
I know what it's gonna do to my body, and I would rather not.
It's only 40% ethanol by volume.
It
The only
no.
reason this isn't
Given
100% alcohol is because that's too cost prohibitive.
Actually, it's because it evaporates so rapidly.
I think I could smell that from over here.
Hey, when do you want to try some?
You know, the last time someone told me to try a drink that I really shouldn't have tried was at the beginning of my adventure, and I've learned my lesson since then.
Oh,
Blue
Oh
milk.
god.
That's concerning. That's
black milk.
concerning.
Yeah,
The black milk.
God.
That's still in my detailed notes on my sheet.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say still in your inventory. I was gonna say that's fucking black cheese now.
No, it's in my sheet of events that make her nervous. So, what is it?
Fist of fears.
Fear of seizures. Salem making her drink the toxic milk.
As Pierre says, someone made a teacher drink black pudding excrement once. I think he's still in the emergency room. So, like, that would be, like, basically silicon grit. So, acid-laden silicon grit. Just sand slurry in acid.
Yeah, something like that. I didn't really try to pay attention to that incident.
Was he alive?
Because he was a black dragonborn.
He looks like the spitter from Left 4 Dead now.
Oh yeah, I forgot I put this in there. One of the things that makes her nervous that she thinks about to keep her rage of nervousness going, questioning her own existence. And I put, note, thanks, Fortune.
You're welcome, Evan. You hear in the distance on the wind.
Yeah, well, don't worry. She's also got a list of thoughts of hope.
You
Talking dogs is in capital letters, of course.
You get a sending from Fortune because she's writing to you in her book. You're welcome, Avon. You have no idea how she heard you.
She didn't. It was completely unrelated. It was just Fortune found the dog.
Yeah. Perfect timing. Like a sneeze. In anime. An anime sneeze. Anyway, we continue, we check the track of the moving forward slop monster. Do we spot a slop monster, William?
So you now have this granite box. It's basically just gray crystal. Just this haphazard cube. It is what you want, but it's not pretty, it's not clear, it's serviceable.
It's probably like beautiful gray-brown obsidian, at least.
Something along those lines, yes.
A gorgeous countertop.
But you guys will travel the 10 or so minutes back. I don't know, about 5 or so minutes back to the original trail, and you will continue following it. Continue following until you get to a series of large boulders. Payday, or Awen rather, you would know that this area, seeing these boulders, you would know. Oh, wait a minute. I think this is the place. This is a place you were told never to go to. It's a quarry. There's a quarry on the other side of the boulders.
It's that moment of like stopping. You know, I remember being younger going past here just once or twice, not that far. That's when the excuse of I can't read didn't slide anymore.
Why?
No, like
No,
she
Berlin's
it's
asking why to that story.
oh, why we couldn't go past this point?
Yes.
Just kind of shrugs for half a second. It was just one of those things. You listen to your parent. If you didn't, you got a beating.
Hmm. Well, hopefully it's not full of ghouls, whatever it is.
Well, maybe it was something less intense than ghouls. After all, you have to realize my village was bigger at one point, and if it was something that dangerous, they would have been way more affected earlier.
Oh, ghouls aren't that dangerous. Berlin says, like, lapping a hand, the smile, shaking his head.
To you, or me, but not to... Oh god, no, let me pull an actual name. Hold on.
I'm just saying 2 guys with a spear could kill a ghoul. With a spear each, not 1 spear between them.
Yeah, but I'm sure, what the fuck was his name? Okay, yeah, but I'm sure the twins back there, Earl and Lana, yeah, they can't take something like that on.
Oh,
Which
no.
was the 2 twin high elves.
Yeah. Berlin just, oh no, it would bite their heads clean off in 1 swoop.
Yeah. So, yes, it would be a danger back then. AKA perspective, Berlin. Perspective.
I know nothing of perspective. I went clear from, like, deep in the church boy to living on the frontier. I know nothing of that.
Well, let's go forward. But while we're going forward, Awen will pull out her, because she's not gonna fucking go all the way back, obviously. Sitting stone for her family, for her mom. But it's assuming mom's the one holding on to it. She wants to ask, why did, that her intention being when she picks up, why were we told never to go past this point as kids?
Hello, Awen. It's been a while since you left the village. How are things?
So I'll fill you in on the rest of the details. Just, there's something I have to ask real fast. Do you remember the edge of town near the, describing location where you told us not to go further? Was there ever a reason for that, or was that you guys' parents trying to scare us into not leaving the village?
Oh, a little of both, really. The Yes, we didn't want you to go too far from the village, but we also just the quarry is kind of dangerous. It's been used by the village since it came since it was made. Lots of people use the stones from there to make fences separate who owns, what land. Um, we, we just didn't want you to fall down a mine shaft or something like that and get lost and hurt and things like that.
Makes sense. Okay, just had to double check. We think something dangerous might be lurking over there, so
Awen.
what? Putting her hand over the stone as if like the receiver phone. What? Like, even though she could so fully hear. What?
Tell your mother I said.
Berlin is high.
Thank you.
Oh,
Also warn her that in the near future, a terrible smell may or may not waft from this general direction when the wind picks up for a few months.
I feel like I shouldn't be here.
Wait, why might that happen? Is it because of the thing?
If I dilute the slime with blood, it's going to make an enormous mess that's going to take a while to dry out.
God, okay. Take her hand off the stone. Right. She's done this a habit multiple times at this point. Right. There might be a potential horrid smell that comes downwind. Just know that's probably us fighting something, and not to worry about it too much. Just if it happens.
No, Awen, it's going to be happening
Quarry
for months after.
Yeah, I know. I'll explain that to her in person, okay?
Alright.
the quarry is miles away. What are you fighting?
I'll explain when I get back. Did you find the animal? Did you try to change topic real fast that she was looking for?
Yes, it was. Yes, they were chasing around the. Sorry, give me a second.
Gods, Awen, are you smoking drugs while on the stone with your mother?
No, she tried to change the subject to her mom was looking for like a neighbor's pet. She's just taking the dogs to go find the pet, but also, like, trying like, hey, ignoring that. So, did you find the thing?
Here, work with me here. I do so enjoy being one of two wild and crazy guys alone with Awen right now.
Just
Don't
face
worry.
probably, oh my god, you two are being the fucking frat brothers that go do the moaning sounds in the background shit.
I don't know, is Pierre playing along?
He's just going on that. You just suddenly just went up to him, said that. He's he doesn't know how to reply. Or he should reply.
Oh, fine. Awen, I'll embarrass you in front of your mother later.
How about not at all?
No.
That's on me. I should see that one coming.
You're making it way too much fun.
This feels wrong. And I'm not the one who's doing it. This feels wrong.
Don't worry, Pierre. If we ever meet your parents, I'll embarrass you in front of them, too.
But they do it all the time.
Exactly.
If he does it all the time, he doesn't need your help doing it.
Yes, Awen. As you ask that, she'll say, "Oh yes, it was the darndest thing. I found them chasing the young Elex boy."
Well, what a coincidence. Well,
Your sister seemed quite upset about it for some reason.
oh, she was there?
Yes, she was trying to. She was holding on to Benimaru and being dragged through the mud.
Pierre. Pierre. Pierre.
What?
Remind me to make an extra big steak when we get back.
Oh. Okay. What's the occasion?
Someone was a good boy. Good dog. Anyways,
Oh.
yeah. Oh wow. That's nuts. Dog is steak.
Yay.
I'm sorry, just thought of her rewarding her dog. Like, good dog. Good dog. Alright, well, I'm gonna go again. Smell, thanks for letting me know, and I'll call you if I have any further questions. It's just easier to go than heading backward. And, what was that?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
She said, "Oh, okay, thanks. I'm going to end this call, and in fact, thanks for letting me know. And if I call, it's just because it's easier to call than it is to head backwards for questions."
Okay. See you when you get back, hopefully.
Oh, and once all this is done and everyone starts feeling a bit better, I think I have a surprise for the village. It'll be nice for everyone. Alright. Love you, Mother. Davian, stop making no. She cut herself off on the stone for her mother not to hear the rest of that.
No,
Because,
David's not here.
Sorry, not David, sorry. Berlin,
Yeah.
stop making noises and shit.
Oh. Oh, not that. But, I have to say, Eowyn, this is so much more fun than deliberating with a bunch of winged monkeys about what kind of grub tastes more like tree nuts.
You
3 weeks.
I haven't known you for long, but I'm slowly finding you to be more and more funnier than I expected.
Big smug grin. Like eyes fully squinting from how big the grin is. Closed mouth grin. Yes, I know. I've been in the jungle for 3 weeks, it's all built up.
Yeah, I get that.
Among other things. Let's get the village less
Even in the
ravaged
jungle
by
for 3
the-
weeks, how have we not heard of you?
I mean, I'm sure once the areas that have encountered my blessings start to rot, you will have heard of me. Because nothing will ever grow there again.
Okay, I'll note that. Those have been there have been weird spots. Definitely. I think I know why.
Yes,
Okay.
the 1 mile radius of blood was me.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
So that wasn't just a big battlefield. I got it.
Well, to be fair, the other ones were done with smaller spells, but the one around the King of the Lake, yes, that they will remember that forever.
Ah, man, the dwarves are not gonna like this.
I mean, eventually the rain will disperse it, but that will be years from now.
The dwarves were not like this.
Yes. I don't-
Well, they have no choice now.
I usually use that very sparingly. But I felt the occasion was right. Special even, once in a lifetime.
For people who don't understand the way you use your magic, do they assume you're some kind of vampire?
I have been chased by men with axes and stakes multiple times. They found it very strange that I was able to walk around in broad daylight.
Yeah, I could see why.
Yes. I remember the confused look on a paladin's face when he was chasing me through a bar and I just went right out the front door into broad daylight. It was very funny.
Aside from the part where he was trying to murder you.
He just sort of stopped dumbfounded. I think he tried that sensory thing they have and realized I wasn't undead. Stopped chasing me after, I don't know, 12 seconds.
Did you make him buy you a beer?
Oh, I didn't go back there.
Oh, fair.
I was only in town for a day anyway.
Oh, fair. I still would have made him buy me a beer or something. I don't know.
Oh, I think people were a bit off-put by me stabbing my hand and making shapes with the blood.
Never mind. Yeah, wouldn't go back either.
Giving you the eyebrows now.
What?
He's like, the smug grin now has like the wavy eyebrows added.
No. That's why she's like, oh, no. But when she saw the eyebrows, like, what?
Oh no, it was you were getting the idea, it was fun. Don't worry about it. Moving on.
What? So she could say that pause, everyone's walking. What?
You're
Catch yourself.
worrying about it.
It's not worrying. I'm just asking for clarification.
It would be very difficult for me to explain that facial expression to you. And honestly, I would rather talk about other things.
You know what? Yeah.
'Cause
You know what? You're right. You're
yes,
right.
It would be very boring. Like, horrendously boring.
Greatly enjoying conversations. So I'm assuming we're just chatting each other up until we get to the mines.
Yeah, it doesn't help that, like, almost an hour into the walking, the stories get incredibly dirty until Berlin gets in trouble and changes the subject.
Awen actually shares her plan well, once everybody like feels a bit better, aka, not dying status, I actually plan on using a spell I recently acquired over at that island when we ran into the Chewinga, was it?
Yes, the nature
Ah,
spirit.
yes. The little friend.
Yeah.
Are you gonna use it now? Gonna use it after?
Well, once everyone's less dying on their deathbeds, yeah. Which includes you two. And the party and the entire village. Oh, right. I think I told you before, Berlin, but just tell him that in exchange for her dog's massive fur ball that she had carried with her, the Chewinga taught her that magic spell, and she had intended for her family, but since, the magic could literally fit 2 whole villages in it, plus more.
Damn.
Yeah, I double checked on this. 2 whole villages plus us, that she'd include everybody because the village is only about 42 people.
We need to get you guys a rod of security. Then your village can just be one bunker.
Yeah, worked out for those Fallout people, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, the rod of security basically like shunts them all into a demi-plane.
Yeah, let's not shunt anyone into a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, you shunt you and 199 other willing creatures into a paradise that exists in an extra planar space.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, we'll work towards that goal.
Yeah.
But the village will grow at some point.
So yeah, with 2 of these rods, you could definitely. Yeah. Well, that sounds fun, Ayla. How many rooms are in this place anyway?
As many as I want.
Excellent.
So what kind of room you're looking for? I can design it. That's how I think it works. Which I'm pretty sure that, well, again, within a certain amount of space, but without having to even do math right now, just
Recreate.
RP flavoring.
Just to make it surprising and fun, recreate 2 of the best taverns you've ever been to.
Well, funny you say that. I was on a luxury train once. As she will talk about the time, her and unfortunately, the person she shared the memory with, Salem, used those express tickets to, jump out of danger.
Yeah.
But the luxury of that car and all of its amenities. So yeah, Berlin gets to hear about that fucking luxury ass train, which is how she begins her conversation into. That's why she has so many rich friends now too that she writes to.
Going to be honest with you, Avon. You could probably have afforded a wall and brick and mortar homes for your entire village if you had sold that ticket.
Yeah, but at the time, literally escaping death.
Fair enough.
And we didn't have people to revive us in that moment.
This was the Doris Garrison incident, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Why did you...
It wasn't my ticket.
How did the Heartbreakers...
It was given to me.
How did the Heartbreakers survive?
I think you'll have to ask Fortune for the details. I had joined around that time, so I wasn't too intimately involved with everyone. AKA, I didn't know everyone's personal detail. I just knew Salem, me. He gave me the ticket. We both used it. So it wasn't even her ticket to begin with to sell.
I guess maybe they haven't been surviving. Maybe that's why she's the last one. Alright, I think we're almost here.
Well, actually, I don't think it's that they didn't survive. I think that they... just, like, pausing and, like, that mindful head tilt. I think they all found something they thought that was a good stopping point. I heard there was a woman named Sylvia. She's literally still in the I was gonna say TCG. IAG.
Wow.
IAG. But she's on a boat now and she's with a captain. And then there was the guy I replaced. He was a jeweler and apparently he... But
Oh, the one that went on the boat, she was hyped?
Okay, I couldn't hear. The one who went on the boat, she was what?
One on the boat. Did she get tired? Did she get tired because she just went on a boat with a guy?
No, she took a different position and left the group. But she's not dead. You know what I mean? AKA, it's not that they, like, the group died, just that they all split off for their own goals from the original group. To be honest, I don't think any of the original members, from what Fortune told me, does air quotes, died.
Hmm.
Just they went their own way and got replaced.
And you're saying that
At least to my knowledge.
you're saying
The
this-
guy replaced, he went off to go. There was some kind of business deal he was doing. Again, I don't know much about him. I just know they told me his name was Bell something. And that he was a jeweler. And that was about it.
does
I didn't need.
Oh, I was gonna say, does Berlin, as a jeweler, has he ever encountered Beldroth Selene?
Oh,
Yes.
absolutely not.
Was Beldroth in, was it Kentro? Where the IAG headquarters was? Did he operate there?
He didn't operate in any one specific place. He just kind of went as he traveled. But the only reason I say he probably would, like, maybe would have seen some poor people wearing his stuff. And that's about it.
Okay.
So you might see, like, a peasant woman with a pretty pair of copper earrings that was pennies on the copper. You know what I mean?
It costs just barely as much as the copper used to make it. Anyway,
Yeah. Because, again, one of his little pleasures in life was to make inexpensive things pretty so that even the working class people can feel special, if only a little bit more.
and you're saying that... So Fortune has survived all of this time, all of the Heartbreaker missions, and negotiated with the dwarves.
Yeah.
Are you sure she's not some sort of shapeshifter like a dragon or succubus or something charming people?
Pretty sure she was as nervous as I was back when I met her.
Something's up here, alright. Berlin smells fuckery. No way. No way, bro. Can't be true.
But I did finally get her to date that one guy. This comedically
leans
describes. She'll tell him about how she what was it your whom you met Nigel.
Nigel.
How she got Nigel to go in the room and she had pulled the door and she had kept it closed until they finally like
you open the door. Oh shit, fine.
yeah, until she forced that to happen. Then she ran.
Door opens. Aha, I tricked you. Got it.
But yeah, she like mentions how she would do that to him until they finally at least agree to a date. That guy was good. I like him.
Matchmaker here. I'll have to meet him sometime and ask him why he isn't interested in demi-humans. Anyway, Pierre, any fun stories? This one time?
Well,
Camp?
no.
Like,
I mean, I told you about a teacher that ate the black pudding thing. That's not really fun, though, is it? That's not even fun, though, is it?
I mean, it was probably fun to watch at first before it started to eat through the outer layers.
Yeah, no. It wasn't a great. It wasn't a great spectacle.
Oh, he just went straight to the screaming, did he?
More or less.
Fair enough.
God, God, I fear to imagine what the students got as punishment.
Yeah. Said that right, like Berlin was just racist right in front of you. Why he's interested in demi-humans, I'll never know.
Oh, she's dense.
Yeah.
She didn't think that was racism. She thought that was like a genuine curiosity of, so why do you find them
Yeah. I do not
them?
find those.
I've come to learn that humans are weirdly into people that aren't themselves.
I
Whether it
like
be
his
elves,
horns.
dwarves, or tieflings.
Oh, we're actually canonically getting into this right now. Okay.
Oh,
Why not?
Sure.
Unless William is
Yeah, I don't know if
done
William's...
whatever he's doing.
Yeah, I thought we
yeah,
were
we're
buying
just
William time to make
we're just
him
waiting
laugh.
on William to say
Oh,
something.
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
where he
I'm,
is.
I'm
No.
just, I'm just listening to this conversation.
I thought you were making
Oh.
a map or something. Okay.
Yeah. Well, we're
Oh,
just
I already
not
have
Pete. We're just role playing. We're just waiting for you to interrupt us until you're done doing the thing you were doing.
Tell us when we get there, DM.
I will say that, like, as you aren't able to go like the same route as the slime, as it goes between two boulders that are much too close together to actually fit yourself. So you'll have to actually go around, which will take a couple minutes, but you will eventually come to a large, as your mother told you, a large quarry. It's not.
What a hole.
It both is and is not like the normal quarry. As you see that it seems like at one point it was just a place where there was a lot of loose stones. As you can see, it's almost like gravel, except that instead of small stones, there are small stones, but there's also some that are much larger, like some that are the size of a baseball, or some that are like the size of your head, or much larger boulders. But you would also see where there is very clear signs of uh, I'm not. I'm going to use the word industrialization, even though that's not the word I'm looking for.
Mass, like,
Um,
carving of stone carving.
Yes,
Yeah.
you will see like clear signs of like a few pickaxes. You'll see a few tunnels, and actually close to where you are, you will actually find like there's this yawning pit.
What a hole.
It almost seems like a
the,
portal.
The entire quarry seems to be about it's oval in shape almost. More actually no, it's more of a like a teardrop shape with the about 1,200 feet from like the base to the point, with the width being about 700 feet. It's quite a large quarry. Uh, it seems to be like various with the stones having been taken away. It's about uh, it's about 170, 180 feet deep. Not counting the hole that goes basically straight down. And from where you are, you can see about 4 or 5 actual tunnels, seemingly leading into the stones.
Well, I'm not overly familiar with this area. Again, I try to keep those kids away from over here.
I mean, Massive Hog, Berlin taps on the boar that he's riding on the back of this entire time, mind you. Sniff it out. Any signs of it?
I don't know why I find it so funny that you just call it. Is it actually named Massive Hog?
Its name is Massive Hog.
Okay,
He
that's
named it Massive Hog.
You should have needed a massive schlong, but okay.
Hog is slang for schlong.
but, like-
Could have been a bit more direct.
I mean,
Be-
listen, it's a
be
pig.
as be as on the nose as possible.
Listen, Awen,
Yeah.
you're just jealous of my immense pork.
You mean the meat between your legs?
Exactly. This terrifying mound of sausage.
What? Dirty joke? Me? I would never. It's a
Me?
hog. What do you mean?
It's just my massive hog, Awen. Why would I ever make a dirty joke?
Again, forgetting to freaking make me think of the Deadpool movie. It's like, just give me a minute. For what? To get my blade out your... I'm gonna get my knife out your ass. God, stop. Get your head out of my pants.
Get your head out of my pants. Yes.
No, I think it was get your hand out of my hand.
No, get your head.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Good thoughts. Is that...
Okay.
Go now, massive hog. Snip. With your 12.
Oh wow, you got to jump 12.
It's me, William. It's me.
Yeah, but usually oh wait, no, you're not playing Fortune.
Yeah.
But yes. So
Hello, it is
Mhm.
I, Fortune. It is so good to meet you. Is that what you wanted to hear? It's starting to sound a little Russian.
with a 12, it will it'll take a little bit of time because of like the having to go around for the because of the boulders and things like that, as well as the fact that the stones aren't exactly conducive to your massive hog walking around. Lots of sliding, lots of lots of places where the hooves can get stuck, but
Hmm.
your hog is able to pick up scent after a couple of minutes of walking. And as it does so, it's interesting in that the stones don't seem to be affected.
Oh, by the... Yes, that's fine.
Actually, double check something.
William, what kind of stone is this? Yeah, Awen, looking at Berlin's massive hog, this is probably the most, like, pristine, perfectly groomed pig you've ever seen in all of your life. It's fluffy, its fur is, like, thick, but it's like, soft, like silk. Just this beautiful, like, nearly black-brown coat.
Does the thing,
shines in the sun.
does the prayer thing with the both hands in front of her face for half a second because she knows
Yeah.
the sentence she must utter.
Yes.
but is unsure whether or not she is willing to utter it.
I know what I must do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it.
Okay. I'm sorry. What,
Berlin.
what kind of stone is this? Do a nature check.
Not masons? Okay.
You can do it masons, yeah.
Yay. I actually have proficiency in that. Damn, son.
22. That's not terrible. It's a mixture of granite, basalt, carbonatite, various sedimentary and igneous rocks. But it seems to be mostly a mixture of basalt and granite with some limestones.
Okay. That's interesting.
And there's like pumice and quartz diorite and
Ooh, quartz, you said.
things like that.
But as you were saying, Awen?
Berlin.
Yes.
Lots of fruit.
Purposely saying it this way because she knows you would enjoy it. Later, when we're not busy, may I?
The smile's slowly growing as he notices you're nervous about asking this.
Oh, it's not nervous. It's that.
As you're like doing it slowly, as if you're not sure if you want to say this.
Yeah, no, knowing she wants to say this, but not really wanting to say it.
Gotcha.
But she's saying because she knows you'll enjoy it.
Fair.
And that's why she's piecing it out, too. May I?
Go on.
In the future. We're not busy.
And we're all alone and nobody's watching.
Pet your massive hog.
Awen, are you saying that you want to hold my massive
Can
hog?
I pet the fluffy creature or not?
I mean, if you mean my massive hog.
Yes or no?
You'll have to ask properly.
Yeah. I'll give you the custom room in the mansion. What do you want?
Oh, I just wanted to mess with you a little bit more. Yes, you may pat my massive hog.
Thank you. She's chuckling too. She gets the joke, but oh, that hurt. Oh, that physically hurt.
Rule number 1 of enjoying life, Awen. Never grow out of childish humor.
Rule number 1 of enjoying life.
She
Pet
took-
giant hog.
Also handle my massive hog. Yes, that's another rule.
3 psychic damage.
Oh, God. Anyways.
Every time Berlin makes a penis joke, somebody takes psychic damage and the party dies.
Anyways.
Yes.
Yes. You'll note that if it wasn't for, like, the slight oily sheen, like the slight rainbow tint to things,
The goop.
yeah, to the goop, it would be completely invisible in this quarry.
It's a good thing I have the hog sniffing for it. Well, it's this way, it seems. What's that massive hog? Yes, I understand. It didn't say anything. I need you to understand, this thing has abnormally high intelligence for a pig.
Yes.
It understands what's happening. And that's horrifying.
But, anyways. Can you have your can you have the massive hog make another perception check, please?
Yes.
Ooh,
Yes, 23, assuming it's with hearing or smell.
yes.
23, and this part of the game. No. This time of year.
See, as your hog will like, take you towards like on a slightly meandering route through the quarry. Would all of you kindly roll acrobatics or athletics checks, please?
Oh, damn. And we need
Ooh, nice, Marlon.
strength from Hog. Hog, no!
Oh,
Not
no.
my massive hog. Well, actually, let's see. It might have some sort of special bonus thing because of the sigil. You know, it occurs to me I can make my hog fly.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. Like the using the blood arts to fly thing, I did not ever think of that before. I came up with that while we were
no.
dealing with the clan.
Payday, can you roll an acrobatics or athletics? I rolled a nat 1 for Pierre. Payday?
Hey, baby. Hey, Tayo. Oh my god, she's dead.
Oh, did you know not one?
I rolled it for. I rolled it for Pierre.
Oh, you. Fuck you.
That didn't summon Payday. Huh.
That didn't work either.
Alright, I will roll for Avon then.
Sorry about that. No, my
Oh, hey.
sorry, my thing was being a thing. Well, athletics, I'm assuming.
Athletics or acrobatics, whichever one you desire.
Okay, well, let's go athletics because I'm proficient in that.
You know, it occurs to me Berlin's riding the hog, so if it fails, doesn't Berlin fail too? If this is,
Let's take it as that's not one. Let's take it as Yoshi. If
That's-
it fails, it jumps into the pit.
No!
That's two
I
nat
will-
ones in a row.
I will say, comical, you can roll it since you are here now. Since I don't know if you wanted to roll athletics or acrobatics.
Well, either or, I believe, is the same. Yup, I'm a bit better than athletics, actually. Huh. I forgot I have more strength than dexterity on this character for some reason.
Muscle wizard.
I forgot why. Well, athletics. Hey, that's better than that one, baby. Yeah.
Yeah. As I said earlier, the place is it's not solid ground. It's just piles and piles and piles of heavily varying sizes of stones.
Yeah.
And as you guys are taking this meandering route through the quarry, the hog does seem to be having quite a bit of difficulty maintaining its footing, with like the uneven ground, the constantly shifting quote unquote sands underneath it, the focus on keeping this on following the scent. It's very slow going for the pig.
Red massive hog.
And at one point there is like there is what seems to be a cave-in for a what once was an air pocket further down underneath the stones, but the pig's
Sinkhole.
weight does seem to
Oh,
the
God.
pig's weight does seem to make it go down. Luckily, it's not buried. It doesn't get hurt or anything, but it's quite startling.
Pig squeal.
Uh,
Berlin's gonna pull the pig from the dirt with the command blood. Just. Alright, Massive Hog. It seems we're doing this the silly way now. Just point me in the direction. I'm going a little too Mr. Craig with it. Just point me in the direction, Massive Hog.
yeah. The hog will point towards one of the towards a tunnel, one that you didn't see when you first came in.
Ah, I see. A secret tunnel. Excelsior! The hog darts off at high speed through the air. And then just stops probably 50 feet away from the tunnel we are.
Oh, you actually cast fly on it?
No, I don't have fly. I used the seven
Oh,
notes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see, with the new stone, it can move at a speed of... twice your blood orb range. It'd be nice if I wrote that down as it is. Alright, give me a minute. Anyway, it move fast. Pig move fast. I'm gonna actually do proper notation of this.
Okay. And yes, you, Awen, Pierre, and Varlon would both see the pig just, after nearly falling into a sinkhole, just lift up and zoom across the sky towards the side of the pit.
And if it wasn't for the crazy shit you pulled off way before, I would have been fascinated by that.
He's zooming around at the speed of sound.
Spider pig does whatever a spider pig does.
Yay.
God, I think that's one of the only parts of that movie that most people look fondly back on.
That's not true. That movie was actually pretty good in general.
It was better than anyone had expected it to be.
Most people I've talked to or I've seen seem to regard it as like, eh.
Yeah, exactly. But trust me, it's better than Avatar.
Which one? Anyway.
You know which one.
The Legend of Korra.
I'm referring to the movie, William.
The
live action Avatar.
Hey, James Cameron is a good director.
Penis hair.
To be fair, it's canonically penis hair.
But even so flesh-toned
Yeah.
penis
that was the
hair.
problem.
The nostalgia critic was so happy when he saw that, I remember. Like, they made so many jokes when they got to that bit in the movie. Anyways.
Don't remind me of people who have failed my expectations.
Fair enough. So you guys will head towards towards where the pig flew off to.
Yes.
Towards where Berlin went.
Okay,
Off to.
it moves at 50 feet per round, sorry.
Okay.
That's 10 times charisma modifier, so yeah, that's the best I can do. The orb doesn't change it.
No dashing either, I'm guessing.
Yep. It's not as good as fly, but it's a facsimile.
Yes.
It's got its uses.
So yes, there is this tunnel It would, looking at it, a pig could probably fit. But it does look quite unstable in there.
Yeah. Plus, I'm expecting some Ted the Caver shenanigans as we get deeper in. Alright, Massive Hog. This is where I get off. Watch the entrance. If anything comes, squeal very loudly into the entrance and then run away. Just one snort.
Okay.
It's so close, aren't you?
We've grown very close very quickly, yes. It doesn't help that this is a celestial spirit from my god's realm in the form of a pig.
Oh. I forgot that. I forgot that's how that spell works.
It is.
Oh. Remembering your own spirits. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
You what?
Yeah, no, just thinking about something.
God, I hope I don't get, like, copyright muting every time that happens.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm saying I
Well,
hope not.
let's just use it the one time and we're good. And that was the one. It was a good moment to use it on.
That was like before, so.
Yeah. It's fine.
But anyways.
Alright, so, plan perfect collapses on us. Anyone?
I can teleport. Everyone just needs a huddle. That's. I mean, won't bring us anywhere near the village. We go. That's all the way back to my village, actually.
What's more
But
time?
that's a quick one.
Immovable rod?
Maybe. It depends if it collapses into pieces or not. Let's just... You can teleport us. The immovable rod might help. Technically, I could try to... Well, no, then we would just be trapped in stone. So it wouldn't help. I could only save one of us. We're just going to have to be careful.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, I think that's everything I can do. I could shrink myself.
What, like, in case we get stuck inside, you mean? Or, like, to keep the ceiling from trying to fall on us?
I'm referring to if we feel a sudden shift in the stone, and we're afraid that the surroundings are going to collapse in on us, crushing us, what do we do?
Got it. Okay. Just double checking.
Yes.
I do also have a pass wall that could make a quick, like, little pocket for us to hide in. Yeah, if that's any help.
That would be very useful, yes.
Yes. Again, don't really know. According to the situation you put up, it could help. Might not help in others though.
This wall is actually a pretty big area.
It's 5 foot by 10, right?
Oh, if it is, yeah, if it's 5 foot by 10. Well, no, yeah, we could scramble in there.
5 feet, 8 feet tall, 20 feet.
Oh, that's more than enough. So yeah, we could just all scramble in if something like that happens. So yeah, that's a good move. Alright, let's get moving.
Yeah.
Berlin starts... Actually, no, he doesn't need a lantern. Berlin just, like, places his hand on his chest.
Oh my god, that would be the absolute perfect spell, actually.
What?
When the opening disappears, any creatures or objects still in the passage created by the spell are safely ejected to an unoccupied space.
Holy
near
shit!
The surface on which you cast the spell.
Holy shit! Wait, holy shit, that's so good!
So you just teleport like 6 miles up into the.
We would either get thrown to the surface or to a cavern, but either way, holy shit. That is actually the perfect, like, mind passage collapsing save spell.
Good job, Pierre.
Excellent.
I've gotten this spell since I made this character and I haven't been able to use it.
You picked it up just because it was transmutation, didn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. It's one of the only 5th level transmutations I can get.
Damn, son. But, yeah, Berlin's going to place his hand on his chest, and, he starts to glow. Like, his entire being, his blood is glowing in his veins. You can, like, see his bones and his circulatory system through his skin right now. It's really fucking weird.
Your bioluminescence, is that normal?
No, but my blood arts let me do it like this. Usually the spell doesn't work on
Oh.
creatures.
That's neat.
It is neat. It's really good at parties. Messes with people.
I can tell.
Yes. I mean, if you watch closely, like,
Oh,
he, like, moves his arm a certain way, and you see, like, the veins sliding over each other. Yeah, I've made people throw up doing that.
I'm sure if I wasn't accustomed to stuff like this, I would too.
Yeah, so it's nice and bright. It's the upside. Everything is red. Is the downside. Like, the light is bright red.
Well, good. Well, I have dark. Well, what? I did have dark vision. This is, I guess, an alternative.
Yeah. You're inside of an Invader Zim mech right now. Enjoy.
Oh god.
You're inside of the Voot Cruiser. So we descend into the tunnel, everyone? Yes? No? Maybe so?
Yes.
Okay. Yes, you will all begin the slow, steady descent down into the tunnel. It's
Secret tunnel.
very dark, very, you can see that there are very clear signs of what used to be reinforcements. Wooden beams, stones shifted to take the weight, maybe a few metal slabs, but they all seem to have been eaten away by something. And as you continue further and further down, you can
Everyone.
smell.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm starting to think the slime is in here. Like, right now. Perhaps.
You can.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say, you can smell a deep, acrid scent. One that is, strangely enough, almost fruity in a way.
Rooty.
But also, beneath that acrid smell, you can also smell water. Lots of water.
Hey, when you said there was an aquifer below your village, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
Well, we might be about to find the source of the pollution of the aquifer as well, then. I would say we should find a way to... Well, maybe we can find a way to lure it out. I can't think of anything.
Bait?
What do I use? What
Live
do we
bait?
use to? Yeah, what? So, who's guy here? What do we use to bait out a slime to eat? What do we use to bait out slime?
Roll in our contract.
Comical, you're not the ooze, or yeah, Pierre's not the ooze guy. The ooze guy died in Barovia.
Yes, but this is kind of his replacement.
And in
Unfortunately,
the tomb, yeah.
Aww.
he also has white hair, just a different race and class.
Yeah.
Let's see, Arcana 13. My rolls have not been great.
Well,
I mean, they're not nat
oozes.
ones.
It's not. Oozes aren't a lot, or technically, they're live. They're not very smart. They're kind of instinct driven. You're not sure what kind of ooze this is, but something it'll eat will probably bring it out.
Well, knowing the oozes, they're not exactly gonna chase after prey. And we're just gonna pounce on it the moment it comes into view. But if we get something enticing enough, maybe it would. Maybe it would. This is something I haven't seen before. Point is, we either sprung the trap first, or we risk it and try to rule it out, which has a lower chance of happening.
Any of you have anything that will lure it? All I can really think of is sending Awen deeper down the tunnel, but that defeats the purpose.
I can polymorph something. If anyone is okay with that.
I haven't seen the insects in here.
What did he say?
I've not seen any insects in here.
Okay.
Have we?
Right.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
I was
There's
pretty
not
sure.
anything alive in here.
Yeah, the ooze.
I could try it on your Steve, that big, the big hog.
I mean, if you want to turn around and go all the way back out there, but I would rather not have my massive hog melted by acid.
Right. I don't exactly have my materials to cast Find Familiar.
You already have a familiar, don't you? It never died.
Go ahead, dispel it.
You can dismiss it, you don't have to dispel it.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, you can just pop it in and out of existence. As long as it doesn't die, you're fine.
Speaking of insects,
Well, that's your
Yes.
grasshopper. Well, that's something.
A larger than normal grasshopper.
Ooh. Like slightly larger or slightly larger than the largest grasshopper breed?
probably the latter.
Is that a fucking rabbit?
It's grasshopper. Probably slightly larger than your average rabbit. Oh, he's friendly though. As you see, he scratches like at the bottom of its chin. It's quote unquote chin.
Right where the mandibles are.
Yes.
Giving it like literally scratching, running his fingers along its teeth.
Basically. Why is it so large?
Oh, it's just my familiar.
I know, but why is it so large?
You hear off in the distance, that's what she said.
It's huge, Pierre. I don't even know where you were hiding it.
Please no. I may be 100 years older than you, but it still feels weird.
100 years older, yet no more comfortable with yourself.
I think it's more you than me.
Discomfort is a sign of lack of self-actualization.
Just gonna. Hey, Hopper, can you just go check if there's a slime there? Yeah, thanks. Good luck. Yes, just trying to change subject. My other Hopper here was gonna, I guess, move forward. And yeah, I'm gonna look through his eyes.
Sounds good.
We're gonna get in there. It's
Put
gonna
on
be-
goggles. On goggles time.
By the way, I'm assuming that you've been avoiding the pools of acid.
I mean, can we even? Isn't this a pretty tight squeeze in here?
It is, but it's not like the trail isn't like 5 feet wide or anything. It is sizable, but it's not that large.
Then yes, we will avoid
Yes.
them, I assume.
Yes, we've been
You'd
tiptoe
kinda
dancing on the trail.
Yeah, you'd have to either go like bow-legged to have like one foot on either side of it, or like lean over to. 'Cause it's not like going down the exact center of the tunnel the whole way. It kind of like shifts from side to side. But yeah, with effort, it is entirely possible to avoid touching the acid.
So-
In fact,
Idea. Go ahead.
let's see. Going through this dark tunnel, I will again ask for a
This brightly lit
Athletics,
tunnel,
athletics.
actually.
yes. This red lit tunnel. But yes. I will once again ask for a athletics or acrobatics.
No, Berlin! You fool!
Right.
Oh
No.
my god.
GM,
Oh.
you fool!
There we go.
Farlon, why?
Oh, that's an 8. Oh, okay.
Guys, I can't believe we're rolling in the acid. Well, luckily my boots are a magic item. Because I'm wearing shift weave.
Well, good thing I'm not.
Payday, can you roll an acrobatics or athletics, please?
Hey, dial. She's dead.
No. Hey. So yes, I will ask Berlin and Varlon to both roll dexterity saves.
Yes.
Hey. Yeah, with as I said, this is a rather old tunnel which is built into like the rocks, it is a rather perilous journey, and you do find yourselves Varlon and Berlin will, like, every now and then find themselves stepping on a bad rock uh, or misjudging like the how much weight a particular spot can hold. Luckily, neither of them come into actual contact with the acid, thankfully.
So,
Uh,
everyone, I have a few concerns. One, we are currently trapped in a confined space with no ventilation. There's pooling acid and it's not reacting with the stone beneath it. So, the vapors are getting a little thick. Secondly, would it be wise for us to just leave the tunnel and I flush it out? After you're done scouting with your grasshopper.
If this is doing, I don't think he can hear you.
You can choose sight or hearing. You don't have to do both, I think. Methinks.
Let's see.
You can see
Appears
through
as
your
the-
familiar's eyes and hear what it hears until it starts to turn. During this time, you are deaf and blind. in
Oh,
regard
okay.
to your instances.
You see and hear, yeah.
Yes.
Dang it. Well, when you get all of this, because Berlin doesn't have Mind Familiar, he doesn't know that shit. How many times?
Because, I'm sick of knowing you.
Without my blood
Varlon.
arts, I would have cantrips, and that is it.
Varlon will ask, flush it out how?
Oh, I could conjure a tidal wave of blood and basically flush this entire thing out with blood, which would neutralize the acid.
Is that gonna cause what happened like back at the forest to
No.
happen here too?
Not as much. Much smaller.
If this goes into the aquifer, does that mean you're just putting a bunch of blood in the village's water source?
There's already potion toxin and acid in it. If anything, yes, it would be a problem in the short term, but it would effectively give a bad taste, smell, and color to the water that would let the villagers know that it's still polluted with the acid. It should wash out just as quickly.
Well, we're kind of short on things that we can do, so
Although there is something I'm concerned about, also.
we'll bring it up now.
Do we know if this acid is anhydrous? Does water even dilute it? Because it occurs to me this creature has been coming in and out of the river, it seems.
That is a fair point.
And
There is also the question of, would it just eat the blood?
well, the thing is, the blood, it has a low pH and a high water content, so it, quote-unquote, eating the blood would in itself dilute it. It's eating the water, that's what's happening. It would have solids in it, it would have nutritional value to it, but the water content.
Just get bloated.
Yeah,
That
that's
is assuming
exactly what's
that it
happening.
is like a sludge ooze and not like a plasmoid
Amoeba,
where it has like a film or something.
an amoeboid. Yeah.
Yes.
If it is, that has whole new possibilities, useful ones.
But yes, let me roll something very quickly.
Because the cytoplasm would be a fluid medium which exists in a body that carries nutrient and oxygen to the organs, which would qualify as a blood-like substance.
As you are, like, as you're having this conversation, Pierre, you're looking through the eyes and ears of your familiar. Does your familiar have dark vision? I don't think grasshoppers
Well,
get dark vision.
no, but yeah. How do the grasshoppers? I mean, they do come out at night. How do they see at the dark?
I think they use smell.
Do they have echolocation?
If anything, it should have blind sight, I think.
Well, there isn't really an actual like grasshopper sheet. This is just kind of a read. It's a redone one of what was it? The frog? Was it? Was it a frog and a spider? Yeah, I think it's both a frog and a spider. So I don't really know.
Oh. Okay, so they have compound eyes. They detect, like, movement, shape, color, and distance on the compound eyes, but then they have photoreceptors, 3 photoreceptor eyes that only see light intensity. How those compound eyes pick it up, though, I'm not sure. They also go through smell and touch through their antennae.
Yeah, so I guess the best thing would be the antenna and so the smell.
But yes, you're having your familiar travel. I'll say roll a perception check, please.
With disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay. Do I roll mine or do I roll the familiars? I forgot.
It would be yours, since you are the one looking around.
Okay. Perception. That's a not one.
Oof.
Oh, that's 3 not
Uh,
ones in short section.
Good lord. Uh, that's actually 4 nat ones.
Right?
I think that's 5 total this entire session.
Yeah.
1, 2,
We're gonna die.
3. Nope, only 4. Okay. Yes. So, as you are looking around, Pierre, you're a little distracted as all of you will hear a faint rumble echo through the tunnel.
This is a problem. Get ready to cast Pass Wall.
No response because he can't hear you.
You're now getting rapidly back of the hand, pat on the side of the arm.
Okay. Let me check. If that seems like a warning to him, so he's just gonna quickly break off.
Basically,
What?
you feel the ground shake. Berlin rapidly pats. Get ready to cast Pass Wall.
What? Oh, okay. This is so sudden.
Well, rumbling in a small cave.
Okay. I guess he will go to the nearest wall and when do I want to propel it? Oh he's just gonna wait to see if the thing is actually gonna collapse. So if there's any sort of if the earth starts to open up, yes, he will. But for now, he's just gonna stand by a wall with the prospect of doing it.
Hands at the ready.
Okay. Let's see.
Berlin is basically doing the armor lock bit. Which is a fancy way of saying planning to use Sanguine Ages to survive the rock's fall. And then die of suffocation.
Yes. So, as you guys are sitting there, you will hear you'll hear further rumbles from down the tunnel, and then they sound like they're getting closer, but then it goes quiet. You don't hear any. You hear rumbles. You don't hear the sound of stone impacting stone or like the sound of collapsing or anything. You just hear rumbling. Sounds like it's getting closer, and then it gets quiet. Very quiet.
I think it's approaching. We should back away, our way up the tunnel. How's your grasshopper?
So last time I checked, it was kind of dark, but I haven't sensed anything. Hold on. I'm gonna try and reconnect to my familiar.
Yeah. Your familiar will, like, you connect to your familiar and you feel it wiping some dust off of itself, but other than that, nothing. It seems perfectly fine.
Yes. Feels okay. Do we want to continue on? Do we want me to continue scouting, or have him come back? Just a reminder, I can't hear or see you. Just pat me on the back twice. Yes for yes. And no for once. Once for no.
What do you think, Avon? Keep going. Well said.
Might as well.
2 taps.
But okay. Let's go over here. Can continue on.
Berlin considering if he uses plant growth, will that reinforce the rocks so they don't collapse or make it collapse?
It's either or is possible.
I know, that's the scary part.
Pierre, as you travel further down with looking through the sunset of familiar, you will make it to your 100 feet, and I'll say roll another perception check.
Alright, don't fail me now.
Grasshoppers
It
do have a
is.
good
Because I
sense of
swear to
smell.
God.
I believe it's completely dark by this point.
Well, it's still 16. Apparently, it's better.
Yes.
Apparently, I'm doing better now than with slightly better vision.
Yeah, and as you search out into the pitch blackness of the area you're in, it doesn't seem to be. Wait, that you hear it again? What is that? Again? Oh, it's water. Water dripping.
Uh-oh.
Seems to be further in. The only reason you're able to hear it is because it's the only sense that you can focus on.
What? You see him like. First, it looks like he was disappointed that he couldn't find anything, but then he picks his head up. Listens a little bit more. Water. So a bit further in, but I hear water. So Pierre was sitting the whole time when he's doing this. He stands up and he has his hands out near the wall and starts like tracing along the wall and like furthering his 100 feet range. So he can so his grasshopper can like slowly fly further.
Do
Hear
you
water.
do you want to do this blind and deaf with the acid pools?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Well, he will stand up until he will first try to stand up and walk a good like 10 foot before cutting the connection. Everyone. I think I found something. It's not the ooze, but I hear water. It's hard farther deep. It's a lot deeper in. It's a bit out of my range, but if we can find another clearing like this, I can still go after it.
We can try.
Right. Okay. Yeah, well, carefully make his way forward to another like big open cave,
Berlin is now
and then
thinking.
find a good spot.
Oh, go ahead.
And then he's gonna find another spot to sit in and reconnect.
Berlin thinking about the 10 sticks of dynamite he has in his pack and the terrible things that could ensue.
So,
Yeah,
go ahead
reconnect
and
back
roll
and then
another-
go
Go
forward.
ahead and roll another perception as you roll further. How far do you travel before reconnecting?
How far is it from where we were to the next open cave?
You haven't found an open cave yet.
Oh, we've just been walking through like a tunnel.
Yes.
There are a few like more open areas, but it is basically just one long tunnel. Yes.
Okay, so from where I am, 10 foot first, cut connection, and then we connect, another cut connection. Let's say about maybe another 60 foot, and then we connect.
Okay. So, 70 feet forward total.
Yes.
Okay. As you travel the 70 feet forward and send your with a 9, you travel forward and you're looking, trying to hear it. It's you. For some reason you can't make out the sound anymore. Perhaps there was just a maybe you're trying too hard to listen for it, but it's hard to like almost over the sound of your own thoughts to hear it, but weird. Are your grasshopper's eyes adjusted into the dark? That just you could swear your grasshopper sees some kind of illumination, like a very faint light around a corner.
It's right. It's right. Gonna go slowly a bit more, trying to peer around that corner.
Okay.
Are there any turns in the tunnel up to this point?
Oh yes, constantly.
Oh, well, I mean like actual like branching paths.
Oh, no.
Okay. Alright.
But yeah, Pierre says he thinks he sees light.
Yeah.
Then he can't hear us
Yeah.
reacting.
Ah, yes.
Nope. He he says he sees light, and I said that again. He's like putting himself up on the wall, inching forward with his inching forward, furthering the range.
Erlin's
Just
gonna ready
up on
action to grab him if he's about to wander into acid.
and he's gonna try and have his gonna have his familiar like peer over the corner to see where this light's coming from.
It's off in the distance, so you'd have to move again.
Okay. God damn it. Okay. So let's say I move about 5 feet before realizing that. Snapping out of it again.
I
Again.
I do like Pierre moving like to get a better view before remembering, oh wait, I'm not looking at this, I'm looking at 100 feet forward. It reminds me of a uh of an experiment that happened once where they basically strapped they put like a uh a camera mount on the end of a long car or a long pole that was attached like the trunk of a car, and then they put video goggles on a driver to see if like, oh, let's see if how uh how good it is actually to drive a car in third person. It went actually pretty well from what I remember.
Yeah. It's,
But that's unimportant though.
yeah.
I'm just rambling. Uh,
All right. I see a light.
but
It's coming from a corner. I'm gonna, I'm gonna go a bit further down. Further down. Watch my back. That's that's the move again. Let's say let's say about another 50 feet.
okay. Do
Berlin's
Awen
falling
and
right
Berlin
behind this
react?
entire. Yeah. Berlin's been falling right behind the entire time while he's inching forward.
And so was she.
He's basically got the hover hands on him.
I don't know why that's really funny.
All right, little hopper. Let's see what we got. Puts down back slides the goggles back down and looks up. Let's go forward. Towards the light.
Yes. So, as you begin to travel, yes, Hopper will keep going forward and going forward, hippity hoppity. Easter's on its way. Um, God, I'm so fucking stupid.
Knock knock.
He's still in the middle of Halloween? What is this madness?
You want stupid, William? I'll give you stupid. Knock knock.
Who's there?
Ether.
Ether who?
Ether bunny. Knock knock.
But yeah, anyways.
It's a two-parter, but okay. Don't worry about it.
Ah,
It's equally stupid. It's something my grandma used to do. That was very funny. Her reaction to it was, not the joke itself.
fair enough. But yes. Pierre, yeah, you guys will all travel 50 feet. You will not be able to see it, like, with your actual eyes, but as you travel with as you look through the eyes of your companion, of your familiar, you will hop forward, and yes, that does in fact seem to be light. Huh. Interesting. You still can't actually see a source as it is like going seemingly through the cave as it's constantly twisting and turning. But yes, you do see light.
Yeah. So close. Come on. Just a little bit further. He takes off. He takes off the goggles again, and takes off a bit and takes off running.
Wait, what?
Okay.
He's I'm like, I think I get to my limit, right?
Berlin just sees you take off and. Oh, He is ready for you to, like,
You,
fall into a thing or something, so.
you,
They,
you have been hearing him and saying the light is just that's just so close.
yeah, but then you just suddenly take off running, right?
No, he took off his goggles first,
Okay.
and then saw the body.
Alright. Wait, you what? Alright, he's going, let's go in.
Oh, come on, come on.
Varlon just is
Varlon is T-posing. William? Guys?
yes.
Oh, Varlon is silence.
Varlon watches him run off and asks, "Is this normal for him?"
I have no idea. So we follow, we go? Yes, no?
Okay. Yes. Yeah,
Yeah.
Varlon will follow.
Yes, sorry, no, I'm slowly dying.
So yes, as you guys follow, you will eventually come across. Give me a second.
Hmm. Hmm.
A cave.
Yeah, you could call it
Man,
that.
ain't that some still blue water?
Yeah. Look at that artifacting right on the edge of every line. Anyway.
Ooh.
Honestly, if I didn't know that was water, they would not. I'll probably think it was some frozen ice.
It's AI generated, but I'm just going to grit
Is
my
it?
teeth. Yes, it is.
It's from Shutterstock, I think.
Yeah, well, that doesn't mean it's not.
Okay.
Yeah, the rocks are the
Yeah,
dead giveaway.
and the water, and the artifacting on the rocks on the top, and the way the light's working in the top left
Well,
corner.
The top part didn't even really occur to me. It was the way the water was.
Yeah.
But yes, you will you'll come across a cave with what seems to be a pool of water. Uh, you would be able to note that there are a few other ways out of the cave, and the water seems to have a somewhat light shine to it. Uh, Almost the very same oil slick esque look to it as the as whatever slime has you have been tracking.
I'm starting to get a very bad feeling about this. Everyone, what if that is not water?
What do you mean?
What if that is all slime?
That one. So if this is where the aquifer is, then your people have actually been drinking ooze.
They would know if
This
it.
is part of the aquifer.
Yeah,
Yeah, this is part of it. Yeah.
they would know if they
Maybe that
found
story
ooze.
about the black pudding wasn't. Yeah, well, whatever. Okay, this is not. This
I'm
is something I've never
assuming
seen before.
I'm assuming this ooze or where it's we've been tracking is partly gelatinous, right?
Possibly. Also, before anyone else says anything, I am going to immediately be that guy and steal the naming opportunity. I call it prismatic ooze. Anyway,
Sure, you can call it whatever you want.
prismatic
I
ooze.
call it. I prefer to call it trouble. As she picks up a rock and attempts to skip it across the water.
You get that close to the edge?
Do you need to
You
be
don't need
close to
to.
the edge of the water to skip a rock?
You need to be kind of flush with it at least, and I think we're on like an overhang or something.
No one said she had to do it good.
True.
Her only thing is she's trying to get just at least like 2 splashes in to see like if it bounces, does it just sink it, try to determine your thought process of what is the whole thing's in.
Yeah.
I will say, kindly roll for me a uh, a sleight of hand or an athletics check, please. Yeah, Awen, you've skipped rocks before quite often. It's one of the few things to do in a small, farming town like this. Uh, as yeah, you will skip it across the you'll skip it across the water, and as you do, it's oh, sorry, can you see?
Yeah, because what she's mainly looking for to see if the rock skips like a rock should, or if it like becomes stuck like a rock should not. If this was just water.
Yeah, no, it definitely does skip as a rock should, but as you skip the rock, you will see the bit of rainbow shine to the water. It's much more prominent as you disturb it, and with a 27, you you don't just like you don't just skip the rock. You hear as it goes, like it cracks against the other side of this little. You could call it a lake, but it's probably not nearly large enough to be considered a lake. Uh, Pond.
Mm, mm. You know, I've never had the issue where I've done something too good. Today would be that day.
Noted.
On the plus side, the whole thing's not news.
To be fair, the fact that it didn't sink or swim at any point kind of got in the way of proving that. Let's try one more. Dylan's gonna get like a small-ish rock. He's just gonna underhand toss it.
And yeah, it goes whoosh.
No high viscosity.
She's
No.
she just kind of sarcastically joking, like the same way he's been doing. Goes, "You're just jealous of my mad skills."
Your mad skills were so effective that it was not an effective test for what we needed, so yes.
Exactly. Like she gets it, but at the same time, just mad at my skills.
You're just jealous of my skills, dog.
Well, at least it's not all slime.
It's got that weird film stuff on the top.
Yes, it looks like there's oil in it. Actually, Berlin's gonna sniff. Does he smell? Is there petroleum?
No,
No crude oil, no petroleum.
no. It smells. Once again, it smells sweet.
That's well, crude oil and petroleum smell kind of sweet, but okay.
Well, William said that's not what it is, though.
I know. He said it like that was the reason how you know, and that was the bit. Anyway, well, I don't know what to do. I can do some detect magic on this, or we can go close and see if it tries to send an enormous pseudopod out to grab us.
You know, when you have to say it like that, it makes it feel like so much worse.
So, who wants to go test?
You mean like go to the edge of the water?
Yeah, who wants to get close?
I'll get close since I got the ring of water walking, so if I get pulled in, I've got the best situation of getting out.
And I can help pull you out.
And I got the rope for the job. And she pulls out the rope to climb me and wrap it around her arm.
I meant, like, with... Sure. He takes the rope.
Well, I mean, it's a double just in case thing, right? I mean,
That's
says
right.
magic.
That's why I took the rope, yes.
Okay. I'm just trying to be practical.
That's why I took the rope. He doesn't understand why this has offended you.
No, I payday was like thinking so I did something wrong. That's why I was confused.
I thought it was Awen was like, what? Why does he not trust me? Or something, I don't know. Anyway.
Yeah, I know. That was payday being confused.
Oh, I see kerfuzzled. Go on, Awen. Go touch the weird water. Or maybe just look closely at it.
Don't worry, it's not the first time I've had instances with weird liquids.
Nor is I. Wow, Jadis.
There we go. Better picture.
Yeah. A photographer took that. It represents the work of their craft.
But yes.
Still looks like ice.
Well, it is, like, mineral heavy cave water. So yeah, it has some, like, fun colors.
Yeah, I would have tried skating on that. I probably died.
The funny thing is, yeah, cave water is sometimes got like a bunch of gases trapped in it, and when you touch the surface of the water, it suddenly fizzes like soda and then poisons you because the gases are toxic.
But yes.
Go on, Abe.
So, yes, go ahead.
Let's hope the thing I just described doesn't happen. Golly gee, I hope a bunch of toxic gases aren't dissolved in that water held very narrowly at bay by surface tension.
Oh yeah. Go ahead. Say that right before I go over there.
Go on.
Just goes on over. Moseys on over.
Yes.
A little weird about this image, but I think it's just the camera they used. There's like a filter on it.
So what does Awen do?
She went over to the edge like he had wanted her to, and what was it like?
Mostly just get close to it, maybe
Ah.
look at it, give it a sniff, maybe take a step onto it if you're feeling saucy. Basically, we're testing to see if a giant pseudopod comes out of the water and drags you into your death.
Thinks about it. Get her head. Oh yeah, the things I do for the Courage Cowley Dog. Things I do for love.
Things like do for love.
Just,
Berlin is readying action to grab her with command plates.
just walks over there and just basically stomps on the edge of the water. Cause
Yes. Awen. Sure.
So, Payday, is this your arm in the mirror slot instant? Let's find out.
No, because that was me taking time calculating versus you telling me, hey, go do the thing. Oh, okay, I'll go do the thing.
I wonder what would have happened if, like, he had stuck his head in.
I think I
Well-
would have legitimately been mad. Also, he probably would have to roll another sheet unless he wanted to become Fantastic Four's enemy.
Silver Surfer, yeah.
If you ever unattuned with this magic item, you will die. What?
That reminds me of the head of Vecna copy pasta.
Oh, yeah, cut off your head and put his on.
He summoned a gorilla and told it to cut off his head. God, that was funny.
Rip my head off and put this in his place. Good boy.
But yes. So, as you like stomp, question. Is Awen still injured?
She is.
Concern.
What kind of injuries are they?
What did we agree before? That she was
You are
like
big
bruised, but we already lacerated the blood from any like the swelling.
Yeah, you do have a stitch. Actually, I can't remember if Berlin used a.
No, he cut her, if I remember correctly.
I know. I'm trying to remember if he used his grant blood feature. No, he did not. So yeah, you got a healer's kit you got the healer feat thing. So yes, you have a stitched, cleaned, and dressed, like, lance wound where your bruise was.
And probably just bruises from that point.
Yeah.
Okay, and where was that? That was like across the torso, right?
Yeah, I assume
Yeah.
it's like right under the right side of the rib cage, like on the back is where I assume it was based on how we were describing it last time.
Also because she had to take her shirt off and her fellow
Who the
teens
fuck
were
is-
definitely watching.
Who the fuck is Sammy?
They were looking respectfully.
I am not
Oh,
looking
no.
I am not looking respectfully. In fact, I am drooling.
Marnie. Anyways, so yes, as you are, as you stomp down on the water and it goes slightly splish. Yeah, it goes slightly splish.
Slightly sploosh, slightly splash. Stop, drop, and roll.
That's about it, honestly.
Good work, Aben. You didn't die.
I think your other pant leg might be slightly wet, but that's about it.
Just thumbs up. Then the water can comes out, the boss music starts.
Yeah, the worst part is now Berlin's about to approach with his stigmata.
Jesus wants a hug.
Yes. Blood Ape Jesus. Actually, let me check how the wand of magic detection works.
I think you just are able to cast detect magic every now and then.
I'm just trying to see if it has the if you expend the last charge, it turns to dust bit. It does not.
Ah,
So I shall use my final charge of the day of the wand of magic detection. Wow. I don't know why I'm not just waiting for Pierre to fucking ritual cast it, but here we are.
sounds good.
Well, I only got one use. Also, hello, Landon.
Yeah, he's just.
Yeah, he's in the other game.
Wondering who the fuck this cavalcade of weirdos is and why they're in some sort of mineral cave.
But yes.
So yeah, Berlin approaches and he starts taking looks with the magic detection going and getting close. And at one point, he's just like getting one of the glass slides for the microscope out, dips that in the water gingerly, gets the other
And,
slide,
yeah.
puts that one on, takes his little
You-
setup over.
You would basically detect the same thing as like various other things, so it's like the very faint source of magic.
This is the same as the water in the river.
It's heavier here though.
Though considerably worse. Although this is stagnant water underground and possibly where they're nesting, so. What's the range on this?
30 feet.
I like that. Not what I was talking about, but yes, also.
Fair enough.
Yes. Does detect poison disease tell you the concentration of it?
No.
Yeah, I thought not. The sigil of the plague hunter is not going to be very useful. Any ideas?
can't exactly help if I don't have a way to discern diseases, poison.
Well, I can't. My point is, it wouldn't help very much. It would just tell me that there is some. It wouldn't tell me how much there is where. Well, I don't know what to do. We've lost the trail.
Well, kind of feels like it leads here into here.
Maybe. Um. Fuck, there's nothing that I can think of that Berlin would reasonably do. Like, Freaky has an idea, but that's based on meta knowledge. So that ain't happening. So no ideas, anyone?
Not. I'm just coming up blank. Everyone it's kind of hard to figure out if there is any, considering that this is cave water. This is just underground cave water, so it's gonna be a lot different to just regular water.
I mean, it does contain the same infection.
Yeah.
The difficulty is I would recommend going for a swim, but I'm pretty sure if that touches any of our eyes, we just go blind. Along with the burning and screaming.
If you'll give me what was that Susan's change spells doing short rest and long rest, right?
Long rest, sadly.
Okay, never mind then.
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna wait 8 hours. Never mind.
It details that it's like 10 minutes per spell level for the actual preparations, but then it just tacks at the end of a long rest on the end of it, because fuck you.
Well, the possibility of polymorph is still up. I don't know what animal could survive this, so maybe it
Tardigrades.
won't work.
Um,
Huh?
I was making a joke, tardigrades, but it's something we learned about using this. Berlin, who's still holding the microscope, just wiggles it in his hand. Not
Ah.
this one specifically. I didn't invent this. It was made by a fine gentleman off to the east. I cannot pronounce his name.
You've met some incredibly weird people.
Yes. He was a cat man. One of the tabaxi, you call them.
Let me see. So do we just want to like disturb the water to see what happens?
Looks at the ripples still going back and forth on the water from when anyone stomped on it. I think it's pretty disturbed.
I meant from below it. From inside. Not from the surface.
I'm not sure.
Did also throw rocks at it.
Yeah.
Is what Marlin says.
Yeah.
So you've thrown rocks into it. Not really a good idea to go into it. Is that anything we could do that can go into it without stopping off? Well, I don't think any of us have a way to make someone immune to diseases and stuff.
I could. I would need some time. But the problem is more the
Well,
acidity
if
than...
anything, it did misfortune or fortune did say that she can cure it.
As can I. Oh wait, different thing. Sorry. She meant the...
I mean, I can kill it too. I know, since all it takes is to dispel magic. But the thing is, do we want to someone catching it now?
The problem is we don't know if there's anything down there, even. I'm recommending we go for a swim. We dive in and look around.
The water is filled with minerals, right?
Yes, it would probably be highly acidic, or is highly acidic as well.
Can anyone give a shock to it? Can anyone give a shock? Give it a shock.
No. I can.
I mean, if it's filled with minerals, then the water should go through it then lightning should be able to go through it very easily. If there is anything that's in it, or if it itself is a creature, then it will highly disturb it.
Well, it would depend on the minerals, but yes. No, I can create fire. That's about it.
Hmm. I have something that can that can do lightning, but I need to change my spells for that.
Hmm.
God damn it!
Guys, I don't think we're prepared for this.
I don't think
I mean-
we even know how to take this on.
I have diamonds, and in AD&D, you could like spend 100 GP diamond to create like a 44 lightning bolt, but I don't think that works here.
Not sure what to do myself. Again, great if I could fucking freeze water. I don't know.
I mean, if you just put your
Something.
if you put your sword in there, you will, but like again, that might damage the sword, and you'd just be creating a popsicle.
Exactly.
Yeah. God, I wish Teal were here.
Varlon has.
I also have control water, but again, I need to change my spells for that.
Varlon has shaped water.
God, I wish Mr. Kraut was here. He has lightning bolt forever.
I also have shape water.
That's actually
Lightning
useful.
bolt. Lightning bolt.
Guys, that's actually useful.
What, shaping water?
Yes. Well, it would have been useful a minute ago, but that might still be useful here. You can freeze it. That's about it.
Yes, that's about it. So it's not going to last for a while.
Berlin's just gonna like grab another rock. He's gonna look for what seems to be the deepest part of the water, like that he can't see the bottom of.
Okay.
He's gonna cast light on the rock, which makes it go out on himself, sadly, but he's gonna toss it into that deep part.
He must erase his sparkly self.
Yeah, he's not well, he's not quite sparkling, but yeah.
But yes. So yes, as you do this, I will say, roll an athletics check just to see if you can throw it that far.
Oh damn, I didn't know.
How big? How big a rock is this?
This is like a piece of gravel from a gravel path. It's like your 3 fingers balled up sized.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah.
Yeah. Because he just needs something to carry the light spell, really.
And yeah, as you do the
Doing the do.
sorry, give me a second. It's as you do what you do, you'll throw the pebble in. It's a somewhat it is a somewhat sizable cave. like it's hard to see the other side, even with the light. As you see, yeah, there seems to be a shaft of light just coming from the ceiling. Uh,
Wait, what?
I'm just talking about like how you can actually see in this place. Uh,
Oh,
I never actually explained that.
yeah, I thought it was the light cantrip doing it,
Uh, no. Yeah, there is actual like daylight in this room.
Okay. I didn't quite catch that was... Okay. I didn't know that's wrong.
Yeah. Uh, I did. That Pierre was saying like, oh yeah, there is light. So
Yeah.
I don't. I didn't explain it well enough.
Yeah, I didn't consider it was that much. I thought it was like some peering through. Alright, I mean, do we see anything in the bottom of the pool? Of
Not
interest?
really. No.
Perhaps we're wasting our time here.
It does go further in though.
Hmm.
You do see a few offshoots to this room.
Berlin's got one last idea. He reaches into his pack. He
Yes.
pulls out one of his rations.
Yes.
He pulls out one of the blood pudding cakes. Or crackers, I guess they technically are.
Yes.
One moment, marking off one of these. He's gonna toss that in. See what happens.
Okay. Yeah. You toss it in, and as of like right here, right now, nothing seems to happen.
Is it like melting in the acid or anything?
It doesn't seem to be acidic enough for that.
Okay. Well, that was my last idea. See if anything in the water would come after it. Those are expensive too, that's the worst part.
Well, I guess we just. Because obviously what we're looking for is not in this water, right?
Yeah. And, like, there's no way out of this chamber, or is there just a straight-up
No,
opening to the surface we've been ignoring this whole time?
There is an open,
Oh.
but like I said, there are offshoots. Like
Yeah.
there are like other chambers.
I guess let's investigate around the other chambers. I thought there was nothing else in here but like a hole in the roof. Okay.
No, that's the third time I've said there's offshoots and chambers.
I thought you were referring to like dead end ones that like the water was in. I don't know.
No. I apologize if I am not being clear enough.
I'm like trying to think really hard and get ideas, but there's nothing, so explore offshoot chambers, shall we? Yes, yes.
Next session, please, because I'm about to pass the fuck out.
It is actually time to go, yeah. And
Okay.
I have what feels like an ulcer forming.
Okay.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. We will. Yeah. Guess we will go ahead and end here.
Alright. Great game, guys.
Hey, a lot of some stuff got done.
Yeah,
I
true.
regret nothing.